I've eaten and played at the same time. Oh, you all have.
We are live.
You've been almost session, honestly.
Take it away, Maestro.
Ooh, what? Are we live?
Yes.
What? Oh, go. How did you respond to that?
Oh, so there I was. Peanut butter all over my stomach. Being eaten alive by rabid chimpanzees.
What?
Get out of here, Vimos.
Why did Beamos get eaten just by chance?
Canceled.
You just sounded like Vimos' voice.
Being alive by rabid
That's
chimpanzees.
kind of sound like a...
Leslie's just laughing her ass off while the crowd can't breathe.
You laugh at me, but look, I am missing scales from those damn chimpanzees.
Yeah.
All right.
My foot scale.
I'm letting him get it out of his
Okay.
system. I'm not going to fight him on this.
Okay.
Right now.
Oh, I was looking to fight Tyler, but that's about it.
You two can have a fist fight for all I care.
I don't fight. I don't fight him.
No,
like,
no, can't.
I don't fight him like that.
What?
What are we waiting on?
Take it away.
So, if you recall let's generously call it madness that happened last session, or at the end of last session, I should say. Last session involved you guys taking out some of the cult members, one of whom was packing a hell of a crossbow that, depending on who you ask, thankfully didn't manage to take effect on anyone. Though it...
It's not supposed to be here.
Oh, it's the heater. It's the heater thing. It's the heater on which did explode after a few uses. After dealing with that, you guys fleeing to the guards. Did not run like somebody suggested. They explained it to them. They decided, okay, we'll take these guys in. We are going to look into these plans you've made. You are on Not Belief City. And if we find out that what you're saying is true, you can come interrogate them on your own. But first, you all decided to get cleaned up. Because there was some blood splatter, there was wounds, there was a lot. So you were escorted to the local bathhouse. It began to rain again on your way. And thankfully, no fireballs.
Yeah, but it was still bodily amazing.
Oh, people almost lost their lunches. Everything the rain touched inverted colors. Which only got worse when you got to the bathhouse and realized anything under your clothes had not inverted, so you were all basically checkerboards. Minus Cedric, who is usually mostly covered. Only his clothes really ended up getting affected.
He's looked a little garish for a while.
It looks
I
alive.
look like a panda.
You looked the most normal for once. As you said. I believe that's a quote.
I believe you.
Something around there. Thankfully, that wore off relatively quickly. Took about a half hour. But you were all resting up, trying to get your wounds generally tended to. The rain stopped before you got out, thankfully. When you got out, you decided, you know what, we're going to take a minute. We're going to relax. We're going to go to the tea house that we were told about. Because some people were interested in others, just been in a massive scuffle. Might as well take a break, at the least. A breather. This break. Went to the tea house. You got yourselves some slightly pricey, but fine tea. You encountered a hired member of the church who came in to investigate accusations of demon magic by Cedric because of that gardener he freaked out.
Cleared it up.
Yeah.
Turned out to be fucked up.
Uh,
That I was very excited about.
yes. Dinah the Traveling Paladin. Paladin in training, she said. And then, apropos of nothing, partially due to the fact that Edma requested catnip in her tea, the topic of sex came up again thanks to Davi.
Whore, specifically.
Whore specifically, because somebody said the word whore. I think it was Edma.
No, Dobby said something close to whore, and I freaked out at him.
Because someone else had said whore earlier, you told him not to repeat it.
Yes.
He almost got there.
And then he started saying whore, and it was like, you're on thin ice, motherfucker.
He did not accept the answers given to him,
He was confused.
And while you all bickered amongst yourselves, he ran out to ask random people what a whore was.
Literally anyone.
Literally anyone. Two people did not oblige him. They were too uncomfortable. The last guy, as he asked for the skeeziest person he could see, was, I wouldn't say happy to oblige, but did oblige in surprised to hear this supposed 55-year-old had never had sex despite describing himself as a party lifestyle.
No, he needs to be up
Oh,
to
he's
visit.
connected.
Yeah.
You.
Nope.
Sorry.
So that caused a whole thing. Most of the party that knew about it, if I'm recalling correctly, was either laughing their ass off or completely mortified. To which Zeshi finally managed to compose herself enough to go pick Davi up. And not taking chances, Edma walked over and picked them both up and dragged them both back to the tea shop. Where we left off after Dinah gave some reassuring, calming words, at least attempting to be in giant to the young Genku, and everyone else was composing themselves. So we left off in the tea shop.
I think I remember your word specifically is I am holding on to my teacup as a lifeline.
Yep. That was accurate.
Alright, if we're all done f***ing about and asking,
What was that word you just used?
faffing, messing around,
It's
wasting time,
oh, for God's sake.
What?
Crapcast.
No.
Well, download speed just crapped out. We're at like,
Probably because everyone's on the internet.
it doesn't usually happen though.
Good.
I mean, I just disconnected my
you're
phone.
on this.
I mean,
You don't need to disconnect your computer. Just disconnect like phones and
Yeah, disconnect. Look at this.
sometimes it just happens.
Because I don't want to disconnect my phone, I don't have it. I don't need it, though.
I do.
I do, so I don't mind it.
If I had it, I would not. I would have done.
That's okay. Not everyone has the option, and I fully understand.
Great.
Sometimes it just happens. Okay. I mean, it looks, the stream looks out.
Boy, I should drink soy sauce and kill myself.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep going.
Huh?
Minus one.
I know I need more, but
Slow down.
Third of your blood.
Yeah, no.
that could be fun.
For the viewers at home that don't watch us.
Well, there's only at least one viewer
All
now. I
Hi, Jenny.
I asked her to let me know if the
Right
stream
here.
gets choppy.
Who are you people?
That's a good question.
I just got. But I paid for the free food that I paid for.
What?
I let it come up.
As we were saying,
Hmm.
Oh yeah, let's get.
What were
Is the guard that was keeping an eye on us still around?
so he wasn't keeping an eye on you. He was just escorting you to the bathhouse because none of you knew where it was. You have been informed that there are guards at pretty much every major exit of the city to keep you in.
They did say they would just come and get us, but
No, they said to come to the guardhouse when you're ready.
Okay, it seems.
They did not say they were going to come get you.
okay, well then let's go to the guardhouse. Done.
We're done.
Are we done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hard stop.
Dobby, you learned your lesson. We're going to the guardhouse.
I'm gonna light another cigarette.
I will thank Dinah for her attempted assistance and be on my way.
So, Dobby,
Anytime, if you need something, stop by the church. I'll be in town for another few days.
Sure.
just want to
We shouldn't be.
Dobby, are you satisfied?
I think he's emotionally scarred right now.
That's fair. Let's go.
Glad we don't go about asking about floors.
He didn't really say much. He got his chap's cup of tea. And exactly.
Yeah, so I'll just start heading towards the guardhouse.
Make sure Dobby's
Onward
following us.
we march.
That's why just shakily just.
I'm sure he is. I think we need to worry about him again.
Never think.
Dobby, for your own safety, stay right
Not
by.
I mean, technically, Edmund never said she put either of them down, so.
I just said that I was lighting another. Edmund
That's
has
true.
2 cigarettes on both sides.
And you're
And hold it.
And holding 2 people.
And full 1/2 a dozen, yeah. That is how that whole thing started.
Don't touch my stomach.
It was a joke. It was an out of character joke. I'm not gonna do that again. No, thank you.
I will kick another table.
To the guardhouse?
Yes.
And obviously, exiting Lucky has been sitting outside.
Do either of you want down?
Is Davi catatonic?
I'm comparing
myself.
I just put you down. I'm still holding. No, I'm still holding Doggy. I just put you down. I grabbed Doggy. I'm just putting him on my. I'm putting him on my shoulders. He needs to rest. So Davi is around my shoulders.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Edmund just yanked them out of my hand, so as she put me down, so.
Okay, so Zeshi's on her feet. Okay, so you all make your way over to the guardhouse. Not difficult to find, particularly. It's a fairly sized building, honestly. Going in, there's a lot of, obviously, guards all wearing the same kind of uniform, going about various businesses. There is a front desk with somebody doing paperwork. What to see?
What we so
I'm just talking.
Point of order?
Sorry, the desk felt really wrong to get your attention.
Why would we need a desk?
I don't know. Almost a
I believe there's some
sectionary.
prisoners that new me
Yeah, the guy who spooked that garden, right?
quite.
It really gets around fast.
Oh, well, we do kind of hear all that kind of panic. Man, quite a laughing stock you accidentally created.
I
For yourself or for the man?
Yeah, we laugh at the situation.
Cedric is uncomfortable at people talking about him.
Didn't kill in that whole fiasco.
Cultists.
Oh, you're the group that nearly cut that guy in half.
It was him. It wasn't all of us. Just him.
Pointing to Dobby
Pointing to Dobby.
on top of Edmund's shoulders, catatonic.
With that axe, I believe it. Okay.
Little guy is capable of a lot.
Yeah, let me go ask somebody. I'll be right back. He stands up and opens one of the doors behind him and walks through. He comes back maybe 2 minutes later with this 2 minutes later. Come on. If you're gonna do the reference, you really gotta go in on that accent. With this older looking dwarf, fairly clean shaven, his hair is pretty business, but he's wearing slightly more decorative armor than everyone else. He just looks up at you all. All right. Cool. This way.
And you are.
The cap.
Do you have a name?
I do.
Will you tell?
Want it?
Yes.
Does
I
me like
think his name is
no,
Captain.
trust me.
His first name.
Well, maybe it just so is.
Marl.
Borrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Captain Marl.
You almost said
Hello,
Captain.
Captain.
We all good now? Everyone
Yeah.
Yeah.
satisfied?
Well, introduced. To meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
Is there
No.
sensual for anyone?
No, I just look. We're dealing with a lot. Honestly, a couple of mercenaries screwing up some cultists. Kind of tame by comparison.
Mercenary now. It's about
Do you have a different title?
well, usually.
Merchants don't usually go around killing cultists.
Adventurer is what I've been going by lately. Mercenary.
I could call you an adventurer if you prefer.
I'm a samurai.
The adventurer, mercenary, close enough.
Also, technically, if you guys are doing it of your own accord and not being paid by someone else.
I am a samurai.
You'll have to forgive that one. He's been traumatized.
Gotcha.
Especially
Stick butt.
He seems a little out of it. Frazzled.
Yes, sorry.
Dietrich.
I'm gonna Davi.
Dietrich.
Okay, Davi.
particular.
Davi, you need to calm down.
How many people have you paid in Dietrich?
0.
You don't know that!
Avi, call. Drink your tea.
How many? How many?
Closing his beak. Drink. Drink your tea.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna need you to calm down if you're gonna come in, okay? We don't need to rile up the
We
prisoners.
need to put you in touch. Well,
I don't know what
Hey.
that is.
somebody's got.
Did Yargoth not ever...
And he's already on your back.
Behave.
I mean, look, if any of the clerics in this town know calm emotions, this could be over very quickly.
It could be if you want to wait around for one of them to get here.
That's fair.
They don't really hang around the guardhouse, you know. They're
The
not
clerics that know all about the secrets of sexuality,
That's
Cedric.
not what I said, Davi.
Okay.
This. Stop it!
I'm pretty sure clerics are less likely to be involved.
Irrelevant for the time
It's
being.
not technically true.
It depends on the cleric.
Exactly.
Person to person thing. Listen, buddy, just breathe, okay? You keep acting up like this, I can't let you guys back here.
Stop.
Alright, take
And
time.
he's just gonna shut the door without, like, this spot in front of him, and he's just gonna stand there.
Who wants to
We can
babysit?
wait.
Who wants to babysit Davi?
It's either you or Edma. I swear to God, if I spend another hour with him acting like this, I will lose my own mind.
I'm going to be laughing too hard. I will
Davi.
say this now, as much as I would love to. I'm going
Edma, you're calm enough.
Huh?
Also,
You're also
can you wait with him outside temporarily? If we really
Davi,
need
you need to
we'll-
relax.
So he's calm.
Are
We're
you?
not calm.
Are
We
you?
need that
Dobby
opposite.
is very calm.
Stickbit?
Is Stickbird? Where's Stickbird?
Stickbird's not here right now.
This is really. Oh god,
Oh.
this is serious.
Take
Oh,
him inside.
put him on something.
He's
No,
something.
He's learned the things he was not ready to learn.
Talk stranger.
Oh, so you... Okay. Yeah, that's your fault, kid. Listen, I don't have time for your sexual awakening. You can't handle it, that's on you.
Is that like the lightning?
Alright.
I'm not gonna...
Davi, let's go. Zeshi's just gonna walk out.
Against my
now
better
pissed
judgment,
off.
I can.
Edma. Yeah, not Zeshi. I don't know.
Against my wishes, I can wait out here with him. Just make sure you.
No,
No?
no.
I
I walked out.
okay. You're waiting out with Davi's. Okay.
Listen, I would love to have let you all in, but if
Fucking
he
asshole
gets the
talks to you
prisoners
like that
agitated
again. I'm
and
cutting his head
crashing
off.
I
around...
understand.
Sexuality.
In a way.
It's to happen.
This one on her shoulders.
Well, I mean, they made it in, so they can make it back out.
I know.
It's not hard for Edma to just duck under.
I was gonna say she's gonna duck under. I was wondering if there's any gonna be
Yeah, with
any funny shenanigans.
Davi on her shoulders, yeah, she's gonna have to duck a little.
Probably gets
I mean, not to mention Edma's, extensively tall.
Alright, let's go.
She just limbo.
Well, my apologies. This way. And he'll lead you back. Past a couple of cells. It's kind of what you expect for this far up front. Some guys passed out drunk. Some other people who just look pissed to be there. Mostly quiet. None of them seem terribly bothered, except for one guy who's like constantly just like scratching on the wall with a stone. He's just like doodling pictures.
No, crabs are coming.
Oh no, these are just the riffraff. Most of these guys are either, drunk or high, or they cause minor
Let's be
trouble.
real. Portal would be in the asylum, not the prison.
More or
What
less,
did Bolt do?
yeah, time out while they sober up or get their act together.
You can only imagine.
Oh, around the city?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great. It's absolutely great. But yeah, with everyone having to, look above them all the time, it's not amazing. And frankly, I think some of these guys are going stir crazy because there's a few of these guys we've had to round up who aren't exactly usuals.
The facts of the storm as well.
No, I think they were. You sit inside long enough. Most of the guys who we had rounded up, they lived alone for whatever reason, or they had people from their household out of the city at the moment. They're here, we can calm them down, give them someone to talk to. So these guys are, yeah. The guys you have are further.
Being baddies.
Yeah, thankfully we only have a handful, but yeah, you do have your worse offenders. Most of ours got shipped out to more higher status facilities, let's say. Well, because they're the really bad guys. Most of them, I don't go into details. I'm sure you could all imagine. And he'll bring you to another door. He'll open it. He'll hang a left because there's just a row of cells. And at the back is a woman that's somewhere in her 30s, stark white hair, and is just kind of leaning against the back wall with her arms crossed, her head's kind of facing down, popping back up, drifting down, popping back up. Don't mind the mayor. She's been like this since.
Some coffee.
Doesn't work anymore.
So she has traumatic flashbacks.
Well, maybe you should talk to her about
No, feel free to. She's just overseeing the current interrogation. And she'll glance over. She's got severely deep bags under her eyes, which are also bloodshot. Are these the adventurers? Adventurers or mercenaries? They're adventurers. Cool. Yeah, as soon as our guest is done, you all can have your questions. No violence. No magic to torture them.
I think.
Yeah, that's just nothing permanent on them. All right.
I mean, we've already done it.
As far as we can tell, that's not true. As we've been told, your claims hold water, so we're going to be clear to question them.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be arrested again.
Again.
I didn't say that.
Pretty sure you did.
No, never been arrested. She just flicks her hair. I've never been arrested.
And as she is dodging that question, the cell door opens up and out steps a human in fairly higher end, not noble clothing per se, but above average looking. There's a couple medals strapped to one side of his chest. Very spick and span guy, tight beard to the face, and his right iris is a bright gold.
Ooh.
And he's going to step out and look over. And will my piece be? And Maul's going to look up. These are the fine folks who captured these thugs. You all, this is Mr. Gilden.
This is in character, by the way. She's just silently waving at anyone new until she's addressed or has to stop.
This is Mr. Gilden. She's good. He's an advisor to a baron. Apparently, he's been traveling around. He's gathered quite a bit of it. Sorry. General Gildan, and the man's just gonna wave his hand. No need for such formalities. I'm long retired.
We've got a general in our midst, and we just murdered a bunch of people. Oh boy.
As I said, retired. I'm merely an advisor for now.
Are you going to be in the room with us, or are you done?
I had to just look at them myself. See if they are members.
So you've been tracking them as well?
At the behest of my employer, yes. I have been
We should probably
gathering
catch you-
information on this group.
We should probably catch you up on all of the ones we've ran into.
Please,
After this.
if you'd like. And I'll make way for the three of you to walk into the cell where the two goons that were KO'd are sitting on opposite sides of the room. Hands are chained, and there's a chain going from the manacles in front of them to the floor. There's a little bit of give in it, but not enough for them to get up and move around.
All right, who's going to handle this?
Don't you have the highest charisma session?
Probably.
You're a sorcerer.
You're a source.
Oh,
Damn it, that means I have to talk.
You don't have
well, you,
to.
I mean, I can try.
you're a charismatic, storied witch who has wandered the world. Work your magic.
Seriously.
18.
Yeah, yours is better.
You're supposed to be good at making people like you.
She's a businesswoman.
It could be it. So considering you kick the shit out of these guys.
One of the ones that's still alive, one that you hounded down, he might not like you as much.
Well,
He is one of the ones that's alive, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, he gave us as good as he got.
Good job. He did a very good job, too.
As attributed to my burns, my acid damage.
I'm laughing with rice in my mouth. It's asking you to keep it from going either direction.
All right, so we actually plan out where we're going to ask him.
We usually just wing these things.
Fair enough.
The main thing we're looking for is the potions of. We want to know what they're doing here. We want the potions of levitation.
Very true. Is the guard still there?
Yeah, the captain, mayor, and
Did you find any
advisor are still.
potions on them when you rounded them up?
No, we didn't.
I didn't even look. We didn't search the corpses because we didn't want to look any worse.
Smart move. No, potions weren't found on any of these guys. A couple extra weapons. No money either.
Now you lie. We need to get up there.
Well, we'll ask them and see where they stashed those.
Take your time.
All right. Everyone's looking at me. I'm feeling awkward.
I'm looking between the three.
Look, with my complexion makes me not the best person to present the youth.
I can't guarantee that I'll be able to make them safe.
Of the many things I have done, interrogation is not one of them. Most of my adversaries are not talking.
Granted, I wasn't the one that brutally murdered like any of them. I don't think so.
You did mess up that one. Well, that one guy fell off the roof, but you did mess up this
I
guy.
did stop his crossbow from
Oh, yes.
killing us.
I'm sure that
For a
didn't annoy him at all.
much.
As we mentioned.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and walk in first.
Okay.
Smile and warm demeanor.
They'll both just kind of glare at you.
Hi guys, how you doing?
All right, with that, Zeshi's
A
gonna
little
walk
bit
up with
look
her.
down at his manacles.
I mean, that's not entirely our fault. We did, but I mean, your existing as a cultist of your breed kind of helps put you in here.
Zeshi's gonna look over at Cedric. Is that
That's what
consist?
you guys always say.
Always say, but it was personally.
No, but we know how to. You see a group that you don't like what they're doing, suddenly you label them cultists and you start killing.
That's funny because I think you were members before and they, let's see, exacerbated a cursed boiler. They nearly bombed the guard station in my home. They wreaked havoc in Fallon.
Where?
Doesn't matter. I don't even care. I don't care if
Sounds like
you
a
know
door.
or not where that
It does, but it's
elemental space. Moving from fun. Let's see. And now this. And you're here. And we've been dealing with all the other instances.
getting old.
We've been cleaning up your mess. We're tired of it. So maybe just tell us what potions are, get it done and over with, and you might not die.
Look, if you're talking about the storm, we got nothing to do with it.
I'm not saying you caused it, but I am more than willing to believe that you are exacerbating.
What are you doing in town if it has nothing to do with that? Don't worry about that. That's not the point here.
But I had orders, I followed them.
And what were those orders?
Get the potions, hand them.
And what do you do?
Don't know his name, just another guy.
What did you look like?
How are you supposed to meet?
Actually, the better question is, did you?
Their build, dark hair, just kind of normally.
You were told his appearance or a location, or what intelligence were you provided to make the handoff?
I was told what it looked like and where he be.
Which was
Told you.
no,
Where would he
Where
yeah,
would be? Where we fought you.
And what? Oh, sorry, you just want me to tell you everything you want to know because I'm the one.
It is generally how this works.
It's you.
And you're
Pretty
right.
sure you guys mixed up two of my coworkers, so I'm not exactly. Well, there's a
But you're pointing out that no one. That's a bird friend, yes.
Okay, so just because you specifically didn't do it means you're free of any guilt.
I'm not saying for you, Gil.
Because I haven't done anything yet, you're holding me here just because of other people you're associating
We're
with.
supposed to be the government. We're just trying to solve the problem with it.
It don't make any sense. Look, just because I tripped the guy one time in elementary school does not mean I was making anything significant.
Part of an organization that is making everything significant for it.
What
Just being associated with that.
what does it mean anyway? Let the storm rage on. What is?
We're getting right to the root of things here, aren't we?
I feel like it's time for some answers.
On from here, going to the
We've
town.
been dealing with these people for so long. I feel like it's time we do something about what we.
And I'm like, just deal with it.
All right.
Moment to moment basis, we'll get to the more deep things anyway. I doubt he even knows. Like he'd want to tell us.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
That's what he's looking for.
Do he be important?
17. Looks more like he's just watching you two go back and forth.
Did he react at all to the phrase? What the storm rage on?
Not particularly. You get a feeling he knows what you're talking about to a degree.
Okay.
He watched Frozen.
All right.
Look, your friend's right. Hella fun. It's just something some of these idiots chant. Okay?
So you're lower on the totem pole then.
Or just in
If I wasn't, y'all wouldn't have run into me.
front.
You kidding me? Think higher echelon guys just walk around the city out in the open? Also, if it was higher echelon, you'd all be dead.
Where we tried that.
See?
Like, we are new at this.
We met the higher echelon, right? The god swears that Cedric
Yes, we fought one man, and it hurt all of us. Pretty well.
Christ. And
Yeah, we fought
kill him.
Yes, I did actually.
That's
Lit.
good to
He's
know.
one of the other guys.
you don't particularly enjoy being. Are you just in it for the money?
Wait, he said other
Is
hands.
that money?
So there's.
I imagine this.
It's like
I don't kill anyone. I don't give information on who to kill. I move a couple of items for these guys when we.
So wait, there's a separate sex is what I'm hearing.
Alright. I'm level with you. I understand needing to pay bills and I understand being machine lazy. That's my entire business. Literally my entire business.
So she's just kind of like,
Aside from being an adventurer, which is very convenient. I'm not very good at it, but alright, I'm going to admit my fault. Work on it. The things you're moving around aren't safe. When I mean the whole god house in my hometown blew up, I'm not exaggerating. One of the items the group we are associated with, Moon, was an old of some sort. I don't think we were ever able to manage to discern exactly what it was, but it exploded.
You all see a bead of sweat run down the side of his head. And he just kind of looks between you and it's like, those things explode.
I don't know.
Nothing but money. So yeah,
Where we can look. What
that's not my department.
okay.
But if
But
that,
I hear like, the factory.
No idea.
Where, for all I know, it's not even, what you think of as a factory. I just know they're making them.
But the problem is now that it's not just my hometown that's at risk, it's everywhere these orbs are going. And if we can just at least eke down on the wild magic that is occurring wherever we can, if that helps, I at least can sleep at night for a modicum.
And you guys are serious, you're not.
I left my business to do.
Listen, and the other guy's just gonna kind of jet forward. Would you stop fucking talking? Hmm?
how much are we making for this endeavor? Out of idle curiosity,
Which one are you asking?
the one we were talking
One that's
to.
talking.
Yeah.
For the items and the potions that could each fulfill.
Right.
But personally,
What's that
I
idea?
could make that kind of money.
I'm just a transfer.
I'm sure.
I only fought you guys because we were told there would be other groups coming after us or mercenaries looking to make a quick buck off the stuff we were moving.
We only should be wind led us to it, and our little bird friend decided to throw a bucket.
Don't ask
Yeah,
specifics.
that was
Um,
odd.
I'll admit we are a little on the weird side, but we get things done. Like,
and any information you can provide that would lead us to help stop more damage from being
we
done.
just go figure out.
Oh, you don't want to go. You don't. The other guy just jets forward and goes, shut the hell up or we're both dead. Is it safe? No one's safe from that lunatic.
You say from him if we kill him.
And the guy just kind of shrinks back in his chair without saying anything. Look, guys, I appreciate it. You got it there. We took you. You're not.
We were almost turned into mincemeat from a wild magic order.
He's one of the right hand. He's the right hand. You
High
want to go
up
up?
then.
Maybe we can get help from someone else down here.
What's going on?
It's someone texting me.
Maybe no one's really challenged him yet.
We can certainly give it a try.
If he even bothers with it. But if he does, you're screwed. I don't know. Depends on how far along he is on whatever he's doing. And no, I don't know what that is, I'm not at his.
Leave you.
All right, he answers to the head, and that's it.
Hmm.
Don't need to deal with the problem though.
You don't even know what that problem is.
Well,
Clouds.
if he's
storm.
if he's
Don't
up
even
there,
know
then
that's
then this person they're talking about probably is the source or close to it.
I don't know about the source, but he's certainly taking advantage of the situation.
Right. That's what we're trying to remedy.
Scope it
There,
out.
there are options. I feel like first
I'm
thing,
lost.
yeah, we can discuss options. I feel for now what we need to find is those potions, so we can get up there in the first place. If we're going to die, then what does it matter?
He's gonna wonder how you won't believe.
We're gonna go up there anyway.
We're adventurers. Adventurers solve problems like this all the time. You think we can't get potions from somewhere else?
It's just.
No, I think he'll tear the whole building apart.
Let's say, remember what happened in the last guardhouse we were just talking?
How nasty are we talking? What? If you've seen it or heard of it.
I don't know how to explain it in the correct terms. He's a magic user. Big on storm magic. That's what I've heard.
So she's shocked her hand. Oh, good.
Correct.
Feel day with that.
I heard rumors much, that he could create a tornado to level a city. I don't know if that's true, if that's fear-mongering on his part, and frankly, I'm not keen to find out. I do my job and keep my head down and away from the others.
Music got really quiet right at the right time.
Well, we may have more experience than you think.
Also, whoever it be, they you could say just all died, not saying kill you, saying at least they keep orders. Just make sure make word that it's how many people are there, how many people are really fighting, or all four we died. He can't come hunting you if he thinks you're already dead.
You guys would really want to go toe-to-toe with him?
Run, we will run. We at least need to scope him out.
Need to wake up. My fading.
Any coffee?
Baby, did you roll me a perception check? Not perception, persuasion.
I was gonna
Persuasion.
say.
Nope, I'm just.
What? I need a perception for.
And you perceive that you can persuade him?
Am I being right? This is not gonna go well. I really hope to hold up for persuasion.
I think in this particular case, okay.
Come on, you've been rolling really well today. I got several 20s and a 19 out of you, and a 5, so there's a chance. Or we can go out of the thing, the 1.
I was about to say, if you ask my monk, you burned all your good rolls earlier.
Do you have inspiration?
Pretty sure.
I
I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, have inspiration.
I do.
I don't think I
No,
do.
I don't. I don't have it.
No?
I don't see it.
It's at the top. No, you don't.
I know I gave you, I don't remember if you used it.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
You can just use it now.
It's that she has inspiration. Well, I mean, did you have inspiration? Okay.
I have no clue.
It's an 8.
That's me.
13.
Better than 1.
You actually have better persuasion than I do.
Really?
I like 4.
That's probably because of proficient.
Yeah, I'm not proficient.
You know, there's a bunch of chocolate candies she's burning.
Is that she's proficient in intimidation, not persuasion.
What a coincidence. I made a man bite his tongue off.
We need the two Leonin speakers to start roaring at him.
I'm not there. Edma is doing something.
Want to die, that's on. But if you can solve this, guess I might as well take that chance. Dude, shut up.
Do you want us to remove him so he isn't bothering you? We could probably ask that. So. Even though I already offered this whole.
What's he gonna do? Panic at me? We're both chained down. It's not like he can hurt me.
True.
Can't use his magic in here either. Can't move your hands enough, can you, buddy?
Oh wait, is that the one I was chasing down?
Yeah, the one who keeps outbursting
He's
is
probably
the
worn
magic
out.
caster.
He probably wore out.
I was just after the magic thing. He was like, "Oh, so that's you, huh, buddy?"
Alright,
Pop down
then.
cheeks. Pop down cheeks.
This master of yours certainly hasn't dealt with a witch of her renown before. I can tell you that much.
Don't call it Mister. All right.
Whatever monetary
We
witch.
don't even normally answer to him. But you know, when the higher up comes around, he comes around. Then we should tell him. In the residential area, there's a greenhouse with a tattered roof. Yeah. Doors, stained wood, big old lightning knocker. You can't miss it. Or you could. Depends on if you're looking or not.
Alright.
Anyway, that's where we've been stashing the thing.
Alright.
Can't
Okay.
guarantee you there aren't guards.
Sure there are.
It seems like a good start to go off of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Genuine.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah.
No.
You guys want anything else?
Yeah,
Yours.
can I get a burger?
Your first child!
What is it, horror?
What is it?
You just explain it to me real quickly.
I am 55.
Yeah, in the next cell, in the next Phoebe, in the next cell over, you hear. Yeah, if we're taking requests, could you get me some parade?
And you get very quiet. Hear something being wrapped around the neck.
I'm scared, you swillow motherfucker! You took out my bread and ripped it to pieces! Finish the
Grocery inspector, my ass.
Food for the week!
Someone fill your rations of walking ready to rain.
Alright.
Anyway,
And with that, I'll just kind of give a little point on it.
You don't got questions?
I think I'm satisfied.
Yeah, it's the. Dwarf.
The captain?
Yeah, captain. That's the
Yeah, Moral's still standing there.
Captain Dwarf?
Yeah, him, Mr. Gilden, and the mayor are all still there.
Are we so kind to at least give us information? Could you perchance circulate that it was 4 bodies found? Okay. You can continue to have them serve their sentence as long as you need, but
Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
at least we could avoid getting everyone here potentially killed if the man up in the clouds is as powerful as he says he is.
If better safe than sorry.
There's also the fact
He mentioned that both you
if he's got
together,
that
this guy doesn't seem
he
to
might have those words.
Yeah.
register the lower rank, so he might.
Speaking of, you might want to keep an eye out for any of the orders that I described. We don't need multiple guardhouses being.
The last one we had.
Had any reports like that?
The last one was.
See them, send them out into the wilderness.
The last one we saw came in a box that we could.
What it looked like. The box.
It was about.
Chest?
No, it was about this big, wasn't it?
About, yeah.
About this big. It was It wasn't metal.
No, it was wood.
It was wood. It was just sealed,
It's
right?
basically like a small crate.
Yeah, it was like a sealed black crate.
That
With
we
little
should-
handles on the sides, but
Yeah.
kind of unassuming outside of that.
Last one.
Last one.
You
It's
know,
all
It's a
of it.
brownie.
you say that. Is it the last brownie?
No, last one for me.
Don't lie to yourself.
I know.
What's more in the chocolate?
Eat the
Yeah,
chocolate.
I can.
They're very good.
Probably because our neighbor made them from scratch.
Mm.
Is there anything else I could help you folks with?
Well, if
Any other
you.
prisoners you need to interrogate?
Those are the only two alive ones.
Well, what's this? What's this about the bread? The bread.
Oh, that guy. Don't. That's listen. And you all look over, and there's just this goblin sitting there doing this. The other prisoner's just standing there at this point, looking angry. Nothing around that guy's neck. And Marvel just looks and is like, I eat that times a day. And with a
Strange
thing of
type of
muzzle on him,
prison.
to be honest.
It's just the demon in his head doing it.
Don't pay any attention. They'll be dealt with. That's it. Anything else you guys need from us
Never
then?
mind.
You've got us here.
I think we have all the information we need to go on. Unless anyone has any other.
If you'd like to assist us on our trip to our next location, which we can get those potions.
Prisoner in the cell sweats nervously.
I mean, I can't
Let's
tell
sell it.
certainly, but I can get someone.
I know you're a busy man.
Sadly. Lot of people.
As for,
I mean, less now that, people are size.
as for the mayor,
He just kind of looks over and her head's just resting here. And she's still leaning against the wall. Hmm?
we're
Sorry,
dealing
what?
with your problem. If you want to be in tip-top shape, maybe you should sleep for a little while. You can kill yourself doing it.
I can sleep when this is over.
Are you saying you have to drug hunt to get to sleep?
Considering she's the mayor, I don't. I'm pressing.
You just said it again. You did go to prison. What?
No, I didn't.
I don't believe
That's a story I'm going to need to hear at some point.
you. Prison stories are arguably sometimes some of the most fun ones. I mean, look at the funny little man over there.
Just looks over. Can I get a new cell?
Gotta turn around to him.
And you're gonna watch this guy who honestly doesn't look like much of a criminal. He's just gonna look at the goblin and kick him across the face.
What do you do that for, friend?
Maybe it's not even correct.
Ah, right. Jim. Ben. Tim. Fred.
Please move me, or you're gonna have to keep me in here for a long time.
I think we'll leave the funny green man to his business.
That, Gerald.
Oh, God.
No.
The guy you were crying about turning you into puppet paper.
Oh, yeah. He used me to make pancakes.
Yes, he's the boogeyman.
Listen, let me tell you about this one guy I like to make bombs, right?
I feel like this. We just hear this fading as we're walking.
Yeah, as we're just walking off. The general looks over at Clem, actually. Now, you mentioned there was more you wanted to discuss.
Wait, other escapades that I briefly described to the prisoner. I'm sure you wanted a little more detail considering you're hunting them yourself.
Or less hunting, more gathering information.
That works too. I mean, technically you're doing that as well. Well, incident, I think, was 100% non-lethal to any of them. Left it there accidentally. Did we leave him? Did he?
I never brought it back up. She just immediately dropped him on the floor again.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was out of it.
So he wasn't left down there. It's debatable whether or not the casino decided to treat his wounds at all before throwing him out.
Well, our end. What the casino did from there on out was our business.
They were involved in that.
Yeah, you can come inside.
Yeah.
It was a time violation thing, so they were it's for 2 weeks, but it felt like they were only in there for a couple hours. I don't like things.
I see.
Yeah, apparently it was their magical boiler that had taken to the wild magic. Like a bunch of weird creatures coming out.
Actually, the second time we fought those things in relation to magic going haywire.
We're just going back.
No, I know. Remember the fountain? Those. I wonder if they're connected. There's a connection somehow.
Sallow on the fountain went weird. I didn't think it was magical, but whatever. A bunch of different elemental, sprightly things came out, so I made it gathering something.
The fountain might not have been
Actually, it's not fault misfits, but sacred movement.
We tell.
Crystal Force.
Yes, they were attempting to figure something out with magic, and it went very wrong on its own sentience and soaked in a man's body into a tree and started taking over more and more and more of the forest and was creeping onto my orchard, my livelihood. Yeah, so I was particularly a little angry about that one, but it's one of the one survivor of it. Other than my pet out there. It's his pet. My wolf.
I honestly had to remember what the you had a wolf because I was thinking you were talking about Dobby.
Yes, Dobby, my pet humanoid bird.
Please don't.
Oh, I love my fucking.
Ow.
That doesn't know.
Yeah, insists
It's more disappointing than him not knowing.
involved.
That
Oh,
one is
giant cow.
It was a wild magic instance, but I don't believe any of the cultists actually found it to make it worse yet. So, luckily, it wasn't an issue. But they were in my hometown of Faros. That God.
Yes, these spreading unusually. Well, not unusually, but unfortunately.
They find all of the weak
Quickly.
points and latch on like leeches. But
Yeah.
instead of leeches, they don't help. Very much.
Yes. They're unusually disorganized for a group of their size.
He's like a door over here.
You sound like a door opening and closing. Stop
Probably-
judging it.
Now, I'm not an expert on HVAC, but probably it's because there is a door that opens and closes for when it lights the gas and the flume gate that fills them.
Yeah. It's also really big fires turning on, which make noise.
Really?
Big noise.
Big noise. Big noise.
Big noise.
I mean, I'm going to put it at the guess of it. It operates like a gas dryer, but bigger.
That is a fair assumption.
Because I have to work on it. And here's the funny thing. I always think I can give somebody the award for lintiest dryer and be done with it and go, that's the worst one I've seen. But then
Close doors, hold by
We don't close the doors. Even if we do, there's hey.
The worst to live by know that closed. I gotta keep that bitch open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cedric.
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 You needed Cedric.
How many breads have you eaten in your life?
Did he share Arte? Did he share?
Which one? I have this note in my phone of all the.
Yeah, you should. I know, but I know it keeps growing.
Yeah.
It's ever growing. I know one that you have in there as well. Is do a cocaine or we fuck your ass.
That's from you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're really good at pinpointing who it was because he never writes down who said it.
No.
It's kind of fun to guess. Some of them in there, we like. I don't know who said that.
I think
He's got a note of a bunch of just it's quotes of things people have said that strike him as particularly funny. It's very long. If you scroll, just keep scrolling.
Here's another one for you, Austin.
It's been going on for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you, Austin.
Yeah.
Listen, we've talked a big game. We have to get jiggy with it, or else we're going to lose our street cred.
Anyway,
Anyway, the general will walk outside with you all. The mayor as well.
There's a secret about
If you have the time, I would be happy to fill you in on what I.
Nice. I think we also have a map of. We do have a map of locations that you can concoct things in there. If you haven't already gotten hand on a copy of yourself, if we
Sure.
could you.
And he just kind of looks over at Edma with you. Because he walked
Yes.
out with you all.
Yes.
Oh, we're outside and you guys
I
are.
imagine Dobby is currently catatonic as RJ's in the bathroom.
Yeah, Dobby is most certainly capital.
He'll be staring off into the distance.
Nice. Fucking day.
Middle distance with some of his tea sipping.
Don't worry about the cuckoo. He might. That's Dolly. He might be.
Fine.
He's fine for now.
For
The
now.
rest of us, and he might lose his.
Would you like to be filled in now? Later?
That's fine. It's talking.
Well, I can tell you, as I said, they're surprisingly disorganized for a group of their size. Quite large. Their rank and file is difficult to follow. What we do know seems to be 3 key members sitting at the top. Everyone else follows somewhere beneath. Some of them have actual titles, others don't. Quite a list.
Heard of the one with the dancing swords?
Yes, I got his death reports 2 days ago.
Where was he in the hierarchy?
I wouldn't assume.
Just above the foot soldiers, I believe.
Not one of the main 3.
Fine.
No,
Doubt
no,
it.
no. The main
You would have
3.
killed us.
Making us know.
Speaking of which, I was looking at the map with the trade routes. I was looking at the map with the trade routes, and I was thinking it looks like they might have been coming from LaFair. So the Baron could have something to do with it.
Well,
We're going to deal with that problem.
We'll deal with it when we get there, but I was looking at the map while watching this one, and I'll move my shoulders a bit to make Davi move. And I figured I would make some use of my time. I noticed it could be something of use.
That would make sense.
Others in SAPs. We know their heads are all magic users.
Apparently, one of them is floating above us as we speak.
Yes.
Probably the Genasi.
Oh boy,
Go on.
that's the one I think.
We know rough descriptions of the right and left hands or lieutenants, whatever you want to call them. The grunts are certainly inconsistent.
Well,
I just know they're at the top.
Would be happy to know whatever information you have available.
we'll say with the unlimited say what he did. I am a little concerned about going up there to meet this right and just die upright.
From what we know, You might be better off than you think. He doesn't seem to consider most other people worth it.
Saying
Very.
we could just chase him off by being boring enough.
No, I'm saying if you do get up there while he's still there, he might not consider you worth the trouble and will just continue onwards, confident that you can't actually stop him.
All right. Well, overconfidence is something, I suppose. Better than nothing.
I'm gonna say you could.
Whenever our plans ever actually work, we plan to get there all
Other
over.
than that,
I think we really planned. We just kind of go headlong into it.
as I believe the one quarter man told you, he.
I didn't know that.
You good?
That's why.
No, there's nothing to do with you. I just had an errant thought.
Oh, I figured. I'm just asking you good.
Yeah, no, that was in character,
Oh,
actually.
gotcha. We know, as your acquaintance, I suppose, told you.
I don't like the sass on that one.
Listen, the sassiest fortune cookie I've ever gotten is dope.
You didn't even get it. You were there for it.
That's so
I know.
ominous.
That's the one.
Sassiest
So-
one.
I
Yeah,
had
this is well-meaning but terribly ominous.
What is it?
No, you have to read it like they'll definitely remember all your efforts. Then it's
See, I
sassy.
read it more as, well, they'll definitely remember you for your efforts.
I don't want to be
Love
remembered.
those subjective.
Such is the written word. Anyway. Yes, the right hand have an affinity for thunder, lightning.
What was that?
just had what is probably a terrible idea.
Terrible, awful idea.
Wait. So this whole thing about him probably finding us unassuming or maybe not finding us worth it. And I was thinking about, well, maybe the person who should lead the discussion would be the one he would find the least threatening and be most likely to convey a sense of we're not worth the trouble or worth worrying about.
What?
Doggy.
You want
You
me
can't
to...
just send Doggy up there by
Not,
himself.
I didn't say by himself.
Cedric, I don't want to talk to no ladies
You
right
would
now.
try
They're
to woo
terrifying. I
I
clam.
think he's a god and tried to woo him.
I didn't
You
say
can
woo.
dead.
I have to woo him?
No!
No, Davi. Davi, quiet.
I'm implying we would all go up in this scenario.
Doggy, speak with
We would speak for us. Yeah.
this. Like a terrible idea.
Did I not lead with that?
You did.
He did. He did.
I'm just.
Plan is admirable. You'll forgive me. Personal opinion. I think it was just as much a chance to get him angry as it is to wave him off.
David does not get people angry.
You do sometimes.
Oh. David is your very best friend.
Odd.
You might be our best friend, but you definitely have quite a few enemies.
Shouldn't have.
Zeshi. Why is everyone getting Edmo mistaken for Zeshi?
First, I mistake myself, then you mistake me?
Okay. No. Yes. I know what day it is.
What day is it,
Talking
Davi?
up to delirium.
Oh wait, Davi is on top of Edma, who's currently smoking two cigarettes, so it's all going
Which
to
are pretty near the butt
Davi.
at this point.
That
I gotta light another.
Edmo, what day is it?
Your friends.
What day is it?
More of an emotional one than anything.
Need I repeat myself?
It would be nice if you could just make him forget.
No, I know. It was.
Forget what?
Oh,
As I was.
Maybe the PTSD set in.
I think.
What? He?
And would just throw you head first into the ground off her shoulder.
In trouble. So they get conversations.
Just a
Not sure on the description yet, and the top Nothing.
Dobby, are you?
No one we've spoken to,
She didn't actually.
or I've spoken
I would
to,
not actually.
seems to know anything about who's sitting on top.
It's free.
It was PTSD.
It's free TSD.
It's PTSD.
Okay, friend.
Is that she is a lie.
Rich people?
I'm gonna throw you in a tree, Dobby.
You're just
Now he's going to think of it every time you mention a tree.
It's like,
No.
right.
he'll be okay.
They don't even know the most basic description. I ask, appearance, gender. There's been a pronoun, a reference, and none of them seem to know anything. Whoever this is either really doesn't want to be known, or this group is far too chaotic to care.
Or both.
I have an important question.
What's it-
No.
I don't know what the clothing store is.
why do you want to know what the clothing store is, Dobby?
Can't go woo a god
I'm
looks
still
like
not
this.
100%
We're not
positive
wooing
by
any gods, and if we are, you certainly aren't going to be the one to do it.
funding.
Charming one here though.
If it's private, if it is
You're a child, Dobby.
from whatever it is they're doing.
We're dealing with
It
adults.
seems every other group seems to be doing something else. A lot of it involves shipping magic items around. I'm sure you've run into their wares.
Yeah.
It's as far as I can tell, that's on purpose.
I thought that was bad and number with between the clouds have our special.
The group seems to have an affinity for chaos.
Hmm.
Edmund no smoking around Dobby. I think he's gotten high again. Not again.
Would explain the type of people.
I'm not smoking anything like that.
Wish you had what we have. I yell and scream at them and they strike with lightning.
Maybe.
I can definitely say I'm not jealous.
Don't hide well, it's written all over your hands.
Dobby's apparently now a fortune teller.
Yeah, I can tell you fortunes, Zeshi.
Alright.
Problem is so you're going there now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Had to roll.
Okay. As you turn around, standing
I
behind you
no.
is 6 foot tall human
No,
with
you will get 2 gold.
very pale gray skin, kind of cloudy looking eyes, white hair, and then
Come across gold at some point in the future.
I'm very sturdy looking tunic. You think there's armor under there?
You.
Yes.
Don't mind him. Nivix here is
She doesn't want to call him
Chaotica, I
you know,
suppose.
false fortune teller.
Lost his time. I think I'm able to.
Oh. My apologies.
And he'll just kind of sneer a bit, and as his lip opens up, you notice his teeth are very sharp and all blood red. I wish I could tell you, but I can't for obvious reasons.
She's like genuinely fascinated. It's like. Yes, that's fascinating.
Clem is
Like that when I said it.
Your mad doctor showing Clem.
Because I think
Mad doctor, I'm curious.
When were you touching him in his no-no zone?
If he
Dobby?
didn't want me there, he'd smack my hand away, I'm sure of it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
no, it is not.
Don't.
Can I medic my way to figure out what the fuck's going on?
You can roll a medicine check to see if you can figure it
If
out.
I was as good at anything as you were at assuming, I think I would be
You're rolling
probably-
today.
What's assuming?
If that doesn't work, I've got a whole bag full of dice to try on.
It makes an ass out of you and me.
It definitely does. Every single time.
What do you mean donkey?
Where did Nobody mentioned donkeys.
It repeats.
Ass.
You know what an ass is, but you don't know what a
You're
horse
not-
is.
What does a donkey look like, Dobby?
Why his teeth have been filed, you're not sure. You know they've been filed.
well,
That's fine. I'm more curious.
The red seems to be stained.
Anyone's fine.
who is here or
You're not sure
That's
what
a pretty
would have
big word. Is
stained
that the biggest word he's used so far?
Blood doesn't
It's up
stain
there.
like that.
see
So you're not sure. It seems purposeful.
on the water on those big leaves.
Like this wasn't stained by some act. Like in order to get them this consistent of a hue, you'd have to
Those are called
Very-
frogs.
purposefully
No.
want
Yes.
this guy's teeth to be red.
Oh, guess what pulls Clem's apart.
Yes or no?
So, Dobby, did you read the animal book I got you?
I like the pictures in it.
I don't think we can read them.
Yes, he's.
They were
I mean,
pictures of dogs.
It is. He.
And parties.
That's it.
I like the parties with the spots.
Most would say. Stoneface?
The black and white spotted parties. They're nice.
The fact this left hand like talk to Dobby about animals will
And he's gonna lean down.
will destroy his mind.
Your ear. He's not the one who did it, and seems to be a touchy subject. He doesn't answer much of it.
Fair enough. I thought it was a cosmetic choice. No, I didn't. I leave it
As long as I can tell and that you ask. So I can keep answering.
Say the meeting. I'll be off fast.
Yes, Nivix, do not worry. These people don't mean us any harm. And he's just going to look you all over and just step to the general side. Pleasure. Oh. Pardon my names. Didn't catch your names.
Clementines.
Cedric,
Zeshi Zetsu.
Edma.
Four.
Dobby, son of giants.
Said my full name.
Let's just keep it fast.
As I said, the title's a bit honorific at this point, and Cedric, you happen to be close, so they'll extend a hand to you. Stavro.
good to meet you.
Stavro?
I think that was
Ro.
a V, not a V.
Ro? Your boat?
Gently down
Keep
the stream.
trying.
I'll get it eventually.
Well, if you need anything, I will be advising the mayor for another.
Can you advise her to sleep?
I'm here for tactical.
Can you advise
For
the
personal
mayor?
benefits, I'm not.
It's not sleep and not eat.
Can you advise the mayor to bake me a cake?
I would suggest finding a baker.
The mayor not a baker.
That's generally
That I'm
not
aware of.
the duties of a
She's
man.
called a mayor, not a baker.
Unless
If she was a baker, the title would be that she's the baker,
She could
not
be
the
a-
mayor.
She could be a mayor baker, a mayor of the bakers.
She's the
What?
head of-
How can you understand the idea
Alright,
of
I'm
people
just walking
having
to the library.
multiple
I
jobs
don't even
like
care
this
if
if you
they-
can't figure out?
Just send her-
You don't have that. Do not mention it to me. You have none of it.
Yeah.
Don't
for my donkeys.
No, you can't.
You can do the opposite of that. It's mostly normal, and then there's
Sit on Lily Pass.
And you.
well,
Yes.
for a given value of normal.
All good. That's all I needed to know.
Says the Leon, smoking a cigarette outside with a small bird around her.
We still trust you with Dobby.
I hate to keep you. Please feel free to jump.
Next thing you're going to tell me that snakes don't make loud noises in the middle of the night.
I'm going to slap you so hard your brain starts functioning.
didn't hear what
Yeah, Alice said, I'm gonna slap you so hard your brain starts functioning.
That's good.
Can you hear it, Zashi?
That reminds me.
It's the snakes.
These reminds me when I had
Not
slapped near
Zashi!
Silver.
How do you get us confused? I'm like almost double her size.
Oh no.
Okay, Cedric.
Zashi and I are
I'll drag me into this.
lucky.
Oh, Cedric, look at me. What am I? I'm a mom.
Which one? There's 4 of us.
Oh, can I be all of the moms?
Talking to the guy who's looking at me.
And the general's just gonna nudge him. Felix. Yeah. Oh, geez. I guess you find something odd about you.
I do not need it. It's right here.
Someone you might describe as on edge all the time.
I have that effect on people.
No, that's just it. Not a pleasant background to this one. He doesn't. This never really goes.
All right.
What does mom powers get you?
Go to bed.
That's not a power.
Go to your room.
There's no
The
room.
end is down the road. Go to your room.
Okay, fine. He's gonna jump off your shoulders and start walking down the road.
That's the power of being a mom.
You're really good by himself, considering what happened the last time we did that.
He's not curious now. He's grounded.
It's fine. The guard.
He's gonna like get to the nearest like street pole and like hoist himself up a little bit. Yeah!
To your room!
There's no room here!
In the inn, we paid for them!
I'm gonna go find the clothing store so I can look pretty for this date you're forcing me to go on.
I can imagine the people just like looking at this.
They're gonna think we have them in an arranged marriage.
Oh, so it's arranged now. Who's gonna be at the reception? The frogs?
Yeah, friends.
Yes, it's going to kick you right in the face.
Oh, the frogs, they
Whoa.
kick today. Actually, they do.
Yes, they do.
Doesn't matter. And I'm gonna pop off the pole and just find some random person. Yo, where's the clothing store?
This person's going to look down at you and go, "Nope, not you."
Okay, fine.
You're gonna walk
Not
away.
today!
Sorry, you hop off like a donkey.
Yes. I'll just keep asking people where's the clothing.
People are avoiding you like the plague.
Oh, okay.
Derek and Edma, you can hear one person go, "No, ask your parents. I'm not doing it. Ask your parents."
The same fucking.
The word's just gotten around.
It's not if you have a canker asking people what
Get
horse
bitched by a strange little kenku asking you foul questions. Just walk away.
Fine. Davi will find the clothing store.
I'm going to walk towards the sound of Davi. And as soon as I get to you, I'm going to use my daunting roar to scare Davi. I don't remember if I roll or you roll. But we're going to find out.
Well, we need to check the DC.
Dunk.
You'd almost think that I had my character sheet
So
open.
you're still standing by the guardhouse
I'm
while Edma's doing this.
sure.
Wisdom DC 13.
Still pain popping on the forehead of the body.
Can I do an insight check on this guy?
Motherfucker.
If you-
Go to your room!
There's something
You can't
specific about
scare
me
me.
Go to your room.
Oxes aren't scary as much.
16, I
They will whoop your ass. Go to your room now.
It's 16.
Donkey, I'm confused now.
Forward for the margin.
Okay.
Room now.
No! I have to find the clothing.
The obvious part is
It's too late.
guy is about to start hurting people if this
Go
yelling
to
continues.
your
Hey,
room.
And as for
There's no.
It's at the end.
you get a
It's not mine. It's rented.
Vibing with this guy?
No.
You're not sure if that's a feeling.
Yeah, I kind of was worried about that.
The face is
We
kind of blank, but could you roll me an intelligence check, or let's say history?
that's same thing.
You know it's going to be
Five. A minus one.
Intelligent.
You have no idea what this guy even is. Actually, now that you're looking at him, why is everything about him paler than you?
There's two electric.
He's definitely breathing.
Yeah.
You're not sure what he is.
I didn't see. Are there other guards there besides him?
So there's no guards out here. There's the general and this bodyguard. I mean, there's a few guards standing around. Like a hand.
Yeah, okay, and I'll let the general. I think your bodyguard is close to snapping, and you might want to. I don't know. Let us take it from here, or something, or.
He's gonna lean over to the guy and just murmur something to him, and the guy kind of clenches his jaw and just slowly looks away from all that commotion.
That's concerning.
Don't worry, he's aggressive, granted, but generally he knows not to attack people for no reason.
I would hope so.
I'm sorry, what did you ask, RJ?
I am going to fire off.
Did you ask if I rolled something?
No. There's a ton upstairs. I said, "Shit, you rolling dice upstairs?" I'm
Your
gonna
HVAC is, yeah.
I'm gonna tippy tap off in a random direction and try and find a clothing store.
It's in my house.
Sure, make me an investigation.
In these two
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, you two are headed to the library.
Libraries.
Alice, where's Edma going now that Davi's tippy tapping?
Ooh, mod 20.
Okay. Out of curiosity.
Where's
I know
everyone
you
else
were
going?
arguing, but I know you just.
I'm just gonna go back to everyone else.
So right now it's Cedric.
Cedric, okay, where's
Cedric the general and his bodyguard. You didn't see with the other two. Or the
Why did everyone guys?
Davi, I think went.
Well, I know where Davi was.
Clem went to find a library. Where did
What's it
you?
gonna do?
With
I'm heading to the library.
Alright. We'll do as well.
They might have some
Alright,
interesting books.
Davi, you watch that phone. Nope. You do in fact. You got some.
Oh no, I'll have to look it up.
it's I'm outlining their color because I was drawing them last session. And
All I heard was big Genasi weapon. I was like, what?
yeah, I mean their husband and wife.
Say more?
He's a big fire genasi.
I mean, shit, you're not wrong.
Let me see.
And he's a twink watery boy.
I think Wings coming in nicely.
Let me finish outlining it.
Oh, honestly.
Eat it.
The bottom.
Take down a bowl of oatmeal.
So you do find yourself a clothing shop. Yeah. After poking your head around quite a bit.
No one went in.
A lot of people were not willing to deal with you.
Sorry, it's their loss. They'll need Dobby as a friend. Dobby will make them feel slightly better about themselves.
Alright. Shop's got a few racks, some displays, and only a couple customers at the moment.
I will go over to whatever the main desk is here and just.
Okay.
I thought you were pitching.
Hello.
You're gonna look up, and there's no one there, and you're just gonna hear like wood across wood, and then this gnome just hops up. Hello? Oh, hi.
Hey, you're a giant too.
What?
We're the same size.
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
Yeah, you're big like me.
Did you get caught in the rain?
Oh. Well, I was caught in the rain for a little bit, and let me tell you, it was not my color.
That's right. You got hurt.
I'm more of an evening black, not a very whitey white, you know. It's very important. I can't lose my street cred.
Davi makes no fucking sense. It doesn't matter anymore. They didn't even have streets.
I'm surprised he knows the. None of you have said it.
Yeah, probably doesn't know
Nobody
exactly
said
what
it.
he's talking about.
Just heard it.
There's a lot of things we don't know.
Heard
you
it
know.
one time in a passing and is trying to implement it as a word.
Just getting philosophical for no reason, and none of us have taught him that shit.
That's true.
Well, you see,
Probably stick with it.
there's a man in the sky who is like really dangerous and is probably going to kill me. So I need to look really pretty so he doesn't do that.
What like gnome logic that he won't question it at all.
Oh. Okay.
You seem like you're doing a lot of math.
He's a math lady.
Let's go with that. What were you looking for this murder date?
Well, you're definitely
Right? Wait, do you want armor? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
no, not arm. That is not arm. Davi is
But if you're
strong.
gonna go fight someone, why do you want dress?
Do not question my murder date.
No, I'm gonna question your murder date.
Well,
Why do you
I am
want formal dress? Why do you want to ruin good clothing?
ruin it. I'm going to woo him with my cow chop. Don't worry, you'll see.
You know what? I got just the.
It's either going to or really bad.
He's gonna hop down, and he's just gonna call from behind the desk. Tell you what, buddy, I haven't been able to move this, so I'll just let you have it.
Oh
Was
no.
it BDSM gear?
He's actually gonna walk back out with this yellow string that's got some marks on it. And first, real quick, hold up your arms. Oh. Okay. Hold it hip. Huh. You're smaller than you look.
You know, being in the mountains is pretty tough.
How flexible are those feathers of yours? Do you need a lot of room?
Oh, these days, they go right down.
I thought you were going to say they go in and got very scared.
Oh god.
Those moving cat.
He becomes human. I would be terrified if Bobby just came back looking like a normal human being.
Listen, girls don't want a relationship. They want Hal Pendragon to say that's my girl to them over and over again.
Okay, nothing wrong with this. And he'll hold up the thread. You wait, right?
Okay.
He'll walk back.
I'm very excited.
Clem and Zeshi, you guys find the library. You're not 100% sure where it is. People are more than willing to give you the information.
Apparently we're doing Fortnite dates.
I wasn't really a Fortnite dance.
It's more like she's ready to go. Reaching it, it is one of the bigger buildings in the city. Big domed atrium on top that you can see from the outside. Looks like a few wings, probably at least 4. Inside it is just as big as you'd think, and nice. There's like, it's gone from normal stone, like cobble, to just granite flooring. Very smooth, these tall pillars, and just rows of bookshelves once you get past the main hall. Which doesn't have a door, it's just an opening.
This is one of the nicer libraries I've been to.
Great.
There is a central circular desk, if
Go
that's.
up to the desk. So I'm not searching the whole library. What did I do to the
Um,
desk?
As you two are walking up, Clem, you hear just like the tic tac of claws behind you. You turn around and Lucky's just looking at you.
Lucky, I know I keep leaving you. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're allowed in the library. You just gonna sit there? Or
The second you start walking, he's going to start following again.
survive with this until.
I don't have to ask if they're wolves are allowed.
He just
I
kind
mean,
of
he's basically just my pet.
he just looks between you and Zeshi like, eh.
Jesse reaches out and pets him.
His leg starts kicking.
Yeah, I'll go up to the desk. Just we'll vibe with the wolf for now. If it's a problem, they'll let us know.
You walk up to the gray-haired half-orc sitting behind little glasses on the edge of his nose, fanning through a book. Only the pet isn't dragging anything in.
I'm gonna look behind me to see if he is.
Not currently.
Not currently.
You have him on a leash.
He hasn't needed a leash.
As long as he stays with you, it's fine.
He will do that. Sorry about that. Can I ask you where the books on just gods are? I'm not used to this kind of thing. I'm just practice type of person. I just
Now, are you talking the religious text?
not the religious texts, just like information on them. Trying to see if there are any gods I don't check the god I don't know about. Specifically gods involved in
Section 18 rows that way on the first feed.
right. Thank you very much.
It'll be labeled L15. You'll find a bunch of religious texts. Sorry, religious information. Am I top of that or then?
I would appreciate it.
Alright.
While we even look something else up.
I was just gonna look around. Because I just like libraries.
If you could just help me find some books and then you can go on your merry way.
Alright, that works.
I think my intelligence score is high enough to read these decently quickly.
Probably.
Zeshi's is not.
It's a 15.
Well, I mean, Zessy's busy making her own stories.
It could be worse.
I have a 14, so. A little bit better than me.
Alright, I'll head down that way.
Okay.
And try to just look for ones that like list gods first so I can find like the specific one I'm looking for and then I'll go from there.
There does appear to be a few volumes of theocratic encyclopedias.
A couple volumes, so split them up.
Yeah, a few volumes.
If you find
Couple
any
letters
involving
apiece.
let me know.
Just take a note down. We should probably do them all together.
Yeah.
Us.
I'm here to kill cats.
Basically. Yeah, then we'll pick through. He's fucking shit up. He doesn't know what I'm planning.
I just need to keep some extra notes here. Don't worry about. As you two are going through those, you two arrive. Similar description.
Yep.
Half-orc is still at the desk. You don't see your companions anywhere.
Anything
So
else?
this is a pretty big.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Hi, do you guys have books on poetry?
Second floor, left side. It's most of the what? The arts section. I believe they actually just streamlined.
Fantastic. I'll be there.
All right.
And I'll mark
There's a right down.
Suppose I'll.
Right down.
I suppose I'll give this a
There it
whirl.
is.
Well, I suppose I'll give this a shot. Do you collect any rumors on obscure magical items, the rare variety, that sort of thing?
We have
I thought you were going to ask about people that are dead that aren't.
specifically for legends,
Legends, yes.
for recounting.
If one were looking for rumors as to where one could find a powerful, rare magic item.
Cedric on a trigger hunt?
For Dobby.
For Dobby.
Keep asking. I'm better at asking than he is.
You know, it's not. I can't say he's wrong.
He just asks, do you know where a storm giant belt is?
Pretty much.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You need a lot of lines to be thick.
Don't laugh at me!
Thick line. I'm sorry.
Were you about to say thick
We
one?
recently acquired a book from Volo about legends of the
Thick shines, thick lines.
He named something fanciful and fluffy as he tends to.
Well, I don't know how reliable he often is, but I suppose it's better than nothing.
Monsters.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
As to that, I think we have a few research journals. I think they should all be nearby each other. We're going to want to go down the right side here on the first floor, all the way to the back corner. They're not as popular, so you have to from back.
It's understandable. I'll head in that direction.
All right, so you guys don't find anything about specifically a god of chaos. There are the Tempest Domain gods, which is close. Umberly is mostly a sea goddess,
I know some of these.
though is, let's say, not nice in the slightest. Sometimes even to her own followers.
Also Talos.
There is also Talos.
Is one of these names Stickbird?
You think there's a record of Stickbird?
You think he would allow that?
One of these names sweat nervously.
That goes without
There's
saying.
Lyra, the Lady of Deception.
It's like a
There is a goddess called the Maiden of Pain.
Maiden of Pain or Lady of Pain?
Maiden of Pain.
Like that. The two bottom ones.
Oh, fun.
The two bottom ones.
Thick Fire Lady.
Thick fire.
There is another listed as the Lord of Shadows, Master of all Thieves.
Fucking love the rabbits.
No! No!
What?
What did you do?
No! That's amazing!
I know everything. He knows nothing. Also, I think Sharkboy's got more testosterone than that.
There's not enough stigma in this.
Video clip of him aggressively singing a lullaby. I fucking love that video. That's my favorite
There's
scene.
the one of Bones. And Merkel.
There's really nothing that's like chaos specific.
Is Thirst do anything in the Forgotten Realms?
Thirst? Don't think so. Let me double check.
There's some gods like transcend setting and they're like Tiamat and Bahamut are everywhere.
No, I don't see him.
All right.
Like maybe a gray hawk.
Yeah, he's originally Greyhawk.
There's the Lord of Battles.
Listen, I get Cleb mixed up with Reese a lot because they have very similar spells, because I did it on purpose because he's vaguely necromancer-y. And Reese is just an edgy boy.
Reese is goth.
Reese is goth.
Clem is just greener Reese. And a lot more positive about everything.
And, you know, on a sleep schedule that lines up with most people.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think she herself wishes to die.
I was gonna say, it doesn't have a death wish.
She does have a death wish, but she does deal with death on a very, very, very regular basis.
Does Reese want to die, or does he just die to like as a rebellious? Just to be rebellious against his mom.
Liz, there was one that was particularly out of spite.
I remember that one.
There's also the one where he died to rats.
Oh, we all remember that one.
Oh god, I hate you. Most controlled rats. They weren't just rats.
There is a revenge god, not a chaos god. You know, the Doombringer.
It's unfortunately looking like I couldn't do something cool with this. Well,
What are you looking for?
I was thinking maybe I could like disguise myself as an acolyte or some kind of chaos god and be like, "Be gone! I've got this from here," and he would just fuck off.
That's the principle.
I mean, if the Storm Rage on thing is religious at all, then that would probably imply Talos or Umberleaf or something. I know.
I did mention Storm.
Yeah, Talos does fit in.
I actually do Storm once, but I feel like he'd want me to prove my worth, and I don't exactly have storm related things. You're good at intimidation, and you do storm related.
You want me to pose as a god?
Not as a god, as kind of an acolyte of the god. Be like, I'm pissed at you. Fuck off. Zap.
Is he not a god?
It's actually not. I'm the baddest witch. I'm not a. We pull this off. It's gonna be a face.
Could say something along the lines of, "You're plotting to your ways. Blind him. He'll think it was you."
The problem is.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the problem is this guy is apparently a magic user of a, unfortunately, higher level than me. So with my mediocre storm spells against his much higher probably storm spells.
Like Doggy idea.
Doggy idea. Horrible.
No.
I out.
It's a joke from Critical Role in
Oh, metagaming pigeons.
Just whenever someone's not there and trying to communicate, just go.
All right. Edma, you find many books on poetry in both the theory and the collection of poems variety.
I will grab.
Like an entire bookshelf dedicated to it.
Is he like
Edma is very fascinated. I'm going to grab a book on like theory and then a book of poetry.
a bunch of
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit down and start reading.
Yes.
some people we killed this
Now, Cedric, would you like to go for the Volo one or one of the?
We'll start with the Volo one because it's the easiest lead.
Okay. So flipping through, the first thing you notice, it's kind of rambly.
As Volo usually is.
Typically, yes.
The guy could also leave.
Thankfully, there's an index,
Good.
if nothing else,
We actually have no idea why he's
and there is listed a single page about a storm match.
As immediately will be to send up
Just trying to think. Okay, I'll flip to that page.
Edma with tactical nudity.
Again, kind of randomly.
Particularly
Along the lines, you see, there's many belts of storm giant strength, much like potions of giant strength. There are many different varieties, depends on the kind of giant, and it rambles kind of on about the technicalities for a little bit.
Location.
And he goes on to say, I've never seen one myself, no matter how hard I've tried. I've heard some of them are coveted by giant chieftains, or in the most rare cases, the children of giants, sometimes Goliaths, sometimes other giants, sometimes something in between, depending on the spouse.
Sometimes Kenku would go on.
Finding one out in the wild, I've yet to hear of one. I'm sure somewhere in a vault there is one. Probably could also be in personal collections of the wealthy. They tend to hoard things of value that they don't use.
Shit, the trees thought he was onto something.
And it's the saddest thing. I've yet to see one. I've gotten descriptions, and there's a few rough sketches of these big kind of belts, things like, WWE kind of style, big fucking belts on the front, metal all
great.
over. Yeah. And he says, as many giants as I've asked, they've never said they know of one, and the few that seem to know refuse to tell me anything about it. I must continue the search, but first, there's a salamander colony we must investigate, and that's written in there.
Well, that's about what I could have expected from Volo. I'll flip to some of the more obscure reports. Or even try to pull out some of the other reports.
The others, a lot, some have some personality, but a lot are fairly dry.
Yeah.
It's actually along the same lines. Usually held by chieftains, passed down. This one mentions that occasionally they can be awarded to those the chief finds worthy, either through help or through some kind of proving ground. Has been hoarded by anything from beholders to dragons to
Powerful monsters, wealthy. Tell me anything I don't
this
already
one,
know.
but he's not positive and frankly doesn't want to ask.
If I'm ever in Waterdeep, I'll be sure to hit him up.
D20 were half and
Ask
20
that. They say much like a lot of them seem to come to the consensus that much like a lot of legendary items, it is deeply hard to find, and most of them can only find the leads.
Yeah.
And one of them specifically even called out, I'd heard a few leads, I could list them here, but by the time you read this, they may very well be gone, and I don't want to give her himself.
I actually do this as I read that.
And that particular book,
Is there a name on that book? Like an author?
We'll have to see how many.
yeah, Fillion.
Fillion?
As well.
Fillion, I will find you and I will slap you. Okay.
No take stock.
Suppose there's still that
Probably still
noble
other
family
beats.
to ask.
Still other beats.
What was it? What was
There could still
their
be
name?
other useful.
The historian family?
Yeah.
Loves questioning. So on these other folks,
Cadister.
we can get more
The
information.
Cadister family.
Lannister.
True, but
Yes, you spoke to
there.
Lori, the mother.
Yes.
Depending on who's.
So,
Mental
there's
note.
the question. Where? Anyway,
That's right. He did say the right price there.
Right.
Yeah.
they're
And
like-
then seems to be all I'm gonna get from this.
Clement Zeshi,
Yes.
as you guys are still flipping through the encyclopedias, you hear from behind you, pardon me,
But
is this one with you? And he gently pushes and motions to the Kenku beside him, the Davi beside him,
Oh no.
who's jazzed out in this bright white dress suit with pastel polka dots all over it, and a little bow tie.
Oh no.
What the name?
I'm ready for my murder date, Clam.
We're not gonna send you up there self murder date.
Got all spiffy.
You, I guess you did. That was unnecessary. How much money did you spend?
I didn't spend any money. Told you I have charm.
An obscene amount.
She's just like wide eyes looking at this.
Sophia, I don't really
Fashion.
think it's because of you.
Okay.
The white maybe, but the polka dots.
You see the same thing, and when I mean pastel, I mean it's eggshell blue, bright pink,
But
sunflower yellow,
if there is no fun in the romance, then what's the point?
electric lime.
Maybe fun. You look a little bit like a clown.
It's a clown.
Clem, we're not. He's.
Wait,
we're not- Oh, I don't mind me. I was just doing my own research. This, I mean, if the goal is to look unthreatening and
look unthreatening. He looks confusing.
I'm walking over.
I
A
feel like
person who
people have
dresses up, but usually it's for very
He
small
wants to
children.
entertain this person that he's going on in.
It's not romantic entertainment. It's silly, goofy, fun times for little kids.
What if
Is there ever 5 minutes of quiet with us here?
You hear as Edmund stomps over a few books in hand.
What if some people are into happy, fun,
the half-orc looks
goofy
at you.
time?
Not
I feel like this will have the effect we're going for.
honestly.
See, Cedric agrees.
Why the fuck are you dressed like that?
I'm speaking.
Oh yeah, no. If we send him up there like that,
It's
it
a,
would just be
Because if you're talking about a case, you can always
it's
ask
a
Cloud.
long
not-
shot that the man up there has a clown kink.
Somebody.
What's a kink?
No.
oh,
No. Davi, stop asking that question specifically.
Just is when someone who is into sexual acts has something very odd and specific that they like to get them in the mood for sexual acts.
Oh,
So some people will see you dressed up like that and be turned on by it.
oh no.
They're going to want to pee in you, Davi.
Clam.
You will answer every question.
Clam. Clam.
And you hear a sigh, and suddenly, while you guys are talking, it just goes dead silent around you. As in, he's not making any noise, you're not making any. None of you are making any noise, no matter how many times you open your mouth.
Yes, the whole be quiet in the library rule. We seem to have violated the law.
Complaining.
you violated the law.
I try whispering.
You try, and nothing happens.
Oof.
And that half-orc just sits there, wand in hand.
I'm just gonna politely close the books and put them away and nod thanks to him and walk out.
I will follow.
I'd like to keep these,
You can't
but I
talk.
guess you can't hear me.
You say that after Dobby walks out, he just flicks it.
Can I keep these? I'd like to read them.
I like that instead of just going shh, you just say, shut the fuck up.
And he looks at them. This way, please.
Hidmo will follow.
He'll just take you to the front desk, open them up, he'll just take a stamp, slam it into each. There you are. Please return them before you. Actually,
Yeah.
just return them within 30 days. In the
Will
same
do.
condition, please.
Will do. And I will start walking
Clam.
out. Join the rest.
My kink friendship.
You know, it might be. You talk about it all the time.
I,
It might be Cedric.
This kid might be Cedric.
Do you feel a little partnership?
This is so disabled.
How about Cedric?
I don't know, Clam. This suit is a little hot, and I do feel a little bothered wearing it.
that's not what it's.
It's
all fine.
Suit. Hot and bothered means like you want to
Is he in
get jiggy with it.
Oh, like.
No, like having sex.
Has he
You want to have sex.
You say that word, but I don't know what it exactly means. I mean, the one guy
You
said,
put your either genitals or another spot.
so like an
another-
eyeball.
Oh,
I would not do that.
Your eyeballs aren't genital.
There are some.
They're not generals.
Oh god. What weird.
I already said that Clem was going to have to talk with him, so if she might as well now if he's going to keep asking questions.
Well, actually, you're in the library. You can just.
No, we're out of
We
it.
are
You
here
are
now.
all exiting the library.
What is this thing?
I mean, you can
You
say
don't have to exit.
I'll stay because she wants to do what she does in the library.
what?
What does she do in the library?
Cocaine.
Oh, please. Please. Her cocaine is coffee. She might look for a cafe.
No, that she stays in the library. Nobody expects her to do cocaine, like least of all in the library.
Are you sure about that? It's a big city.
Library.
In the
It is in the library. Any more questions for me, Dobby?
Do you want the answers?
How can my feet smell if I don't have a nose?
what?
Just being
That's
random.
not. By saying your feet smell, it means they stink. It means they need to be washed, which I doubt ever happens because you take an obscene amount of baths in the restroom.
You got it.
Dude, you can't throw that joke past me. I love that shit. That was one of the few shows I got banned from watching.
If you really must know, ask
Definitely.
me, alright?
And as you're saying this, like closing the door behind you, you hear a familiar, well, I didn't think our paths would cross again so soon. And Dinah's standing there.
Oh,
Hi.
well, Dinah. I hope you're having a better day than me.
Like, what cakes?
Yeah, I guess they should call me a king poo.
No.
Hold on.
Wait, you just.
You admitted it now.
I mean, he has admitted he is a bird, but in the form of I am a cow, which he thinks are birds.
Exactly.
So that's
How
not
have
wrong.
you finally understood that you're a Kenku?
Anyway, when your presence, I can't.
Oh, you're too kind, Dinah. Hey, Dinah, do you want to help me go on a murder date?
Anyway, I was actually going to speak with you.
Okay.
We
You pressed it up.
You're a coward.
That's me.
really. I'm super proud of
Well,
himself, but I appreciate him doing
I'm
that.
falling.
Really? That's kind of you.
Well, it's the least I could do, and
Yeah, but I don't know about the
protection
rest
is sort of my.
I don't know about the rest of the group, but I'm a little glad to go face the man who's up in the clouds.
The man.
Well, apparently the Culp's right hand man, the leader, is up there doing shenanigans. That's why it's so bad. I'm terrified. Listen, I'm an adventurer, but I'm not the big shot that some people might think I am. I'm just a wee little sailor who can make plants do things sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm still not
Probably-
100% sure why we're even doing this.
I mean, I'm doing it so that I can have a livelihood at the end of my life. At the end of the day.
In all our best interest to take care of this cult thing.
Did you all come up with us? Are you still in?
One person is still.
Actually,
It's just Seshi. Everyone else decided to exit the library.
Cool.
Yes.
Well,
So she's doing cooking.
listen, if you all would rather not, I completely understand.
oh,
No,
we're too
no.
invested now.
I just don't want to go up unprepared, is all.
See,
I'd like to make my corpse retrievable in case, it does occur. At least be buried at home at some point.
You won't die up there.
not on my.
I'm alright with it if it happens. I suck.
Well, I promised your friend that I wouldn't let that happen, so. At the very least, I won't be alive.
I would be my ward.
Yes.
That's me.
Technically, they promised both.
Hey, Dinah, are you any good at
Both your word and your
murder
friends.
dates? I need your
I will be
Right
above.
to fucking end you if I die.
if you let her get hurt, you'll end up on my table.
And I need
What's the
I need your advice. What do you do when you're going on a date but the other person wants to kill you?
You stab the other person.
That
Don't.
sounds really impolite.
No.
You don't get romantically involved with them.
Davi,
Cedric suggested. Yeah,
I wish I could help you truly. I admit I'm not the most romantically well versed.
Oh, why not? You're big and strong, and you're about a Cedric on the Cedric scale.
That's a
I
sin.
really hate
I'm
that.
sure the entire town would probably be dying to go on a murder date with you.
Is the Cedric scale measuring how hot they are or how much of a MILF they are?
So what is a MILF?
No, I'm asking out. I'm asking out of character. I was not asking in character.
It's so long.
I was not telling Davi about MILFs.
Just think sexy moms.
That was
No,
not in character.
it is not in character.
Wasn't, damn it.
No.
Clement.
This big sexy mom.
Oh no.
I mean, MILF is pretty easy to explain, you know, it's a mother I'd like to fuck.
Man, I love frogs.
Go up into cloud. Actually wanted help with the next stage of this, which is the warehouse where the potions of levitation are being held, potentially other men. And maybe gods there, and it would be helpful to have.
Cedric, do you still have that ring we got a few while?
Certainly.
Which ring?
The ring
Count
we
me
got from those
We
cultists
got
we
a
first beat up the
Round
first time.
shackle, the great
Oh.
roof.
We got it after we beat up the lizard.
No, I was. No.
Can't say I'm familiar with it, but it doesn't sound
I know we handed it to you.
Doing some
Yes,
local
I
state.
think you maybe used it for something.
I don't think I actually did.
House that doesn't actually have anyone living in it.
Likely.
It's still not listed.
Guess we'll
But
make
you
a-
said you were looking for me.
Why do you need it?
Oh, yes.
Why do you
I
need
just
it?
was curious. I mean, we're in a peculiar situation. We're trying to find things that can
Like I
help
said.
us.
Need to take care of that.
Do you think I could handle this for a moment?
Just worked out, I guess.
Just worked out.
Are you okay? You seem a little.
I'm on edge because of that.
Bye.
Also a little
Ah,
disappointed
and
that I.
she's just gonna kind of bend down a little and just get her hands under your arms, Dobby, and just pick you up a little bit. Dobby, you haven't been misbehaving to your friends now, have you?
No, I don't think we did.
Misbehave.
Robbie, you've been at a high pitch all
I think
day.
you
and
wanted
I'm
to
starting
and then
get a
decided
migraine.
not to because of
No, there was like the when you're getting to the box, it had some sort of adverse effect on magic or something.
You've been screeching.
Yeah, but I thought you were using your sword for that, and that's why the sword.
Maybe.
Dang.
I doubt your friend has a reason to.
It's hard to keep calm, okay? There's so many.
Because I would have kept track of
things.
it.
Dobby, I understand. But you need to find a better way to process these.
Oh, okay. I would process a lot better if you were safe.
And she's gonna look at you curiously, look over at Cedric, and just set you down next to him.
Hi, Cedric.
Hello, Dobby.
Hi.
Does that help?
Hi, Edward. I mean,
I don't think there's much for helping you.
he's gonna like have her come down to his level.
Between you and me, don't want to make any of them upset, but Cedric is probably the best mom.
Argue, please. Like, no. God, no.
No more sweets for a week.
You must think what kind of parent Yargoth was.
All different aspects of a good mom.
Takes a village.
It definitely
You work
does.
together, you get a functioning adult.
It takes a party.
I don't think Baka counted in his party.
But it's dementia.
Oh, my guy, it varies. You remember the main crew? For the longest time, it was mostly Cass as any sense.
Sometimes Zergo when he wasn't like on a warpath.
He wasn't angry. He had
I mean, once the group got him to mellow a bit, he kind of joined in.
but it was mostly me.
You all know,
It's
you
mostly-
all know the character that needs parenting in the main.
Java.
Java.
At least she has her parents. And a good relationship with them.
Bit emotion.
It's me opening a present.
She's still working on her love life.
So there's some
You
drama
know,
in
that's something
there.
she has to work out.
Oh, by the way, it was Smashback.
Yes.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
About the next night, yes. I was
They want you to hook the guard. Son of a, we can smash the guard. That's what.
Yeah, Zeshy, yeah. Yeah, Gerald just went up to Shava. Shava was pouting because I can't remember what the heck the guard did, but she just went smash.
The guard was Emma, and like said something that made it clear that she was Emma in disguise.
Oh yeah,
And then-
you
and
were
then
pissed off because
pissed off.
yeah, heartbroken.
Speaking of Shava's
So you
love
tried to
life,
stick the dog on it, and it went hard. Unless you're Gerald, in which case it went hardly.
Hard.
Well, you know,
Consented.
like I mean, he consented, but whether it was good or bad, Quinn never said.
I mean, he seemed very chill about it afterwards.
Nobody's that chill after bad sex.
He might be. Listen. Only Quinn knows.
Nobody, Shava. Maybe I should get with Cass Gerald. What do you taste like?
Now for mine.
That's in my true form, though.
Do you taste different depending on the form you're
I
in?
don't know.
Don't make me answer that for the love of God.
Like, if you turn into a deer and then I cut off a leg and cook it, would it just be deer meat or would it be cast meat?
Okay, first off, if you cut off one of our fighting members' legs, you're in deep shit.
Well, I mean, if she's a formless ooze, I don't think it would matter. She could...
It's better than you think.
We all still don't know what those fucking boots do. Or have done.
Heckin' comfy.
I'm scared. And I'm
They're
gonna
just
proceed
heckin'
with my buttons.
You wanna know what else we don't know what it does? That magic ring I was asking you about.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Cheers,
let's keep that
Austin!
going.
I mean, we haven't actually tried it yet. Defective or not, I want to try it, and I think this warehouse would be a fun place to do something.
Stuck to my
I'll
leg.
take out the ring and give it to Edna.
This is fantastic. I'll hold on to it for now.
If she transforms into her true form, is the boot still there?
Not in true form. No, they
They
like
just kind of, like,
I mean, they're technically there.
yeah, it's like the way clothes normally work with
everything just
polymorph.
kind of like.
Okay, so you have the ring.
I have the ring, I haven't put it on yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting to put it on until we're at
Like,
the
yeah,
warehouse.
Fair enough.
they just kind of.
Right, yeah, we were playing a different campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why do
We've been
I?
doing a lot about main campaigns lately.
Working on it.
Why do I?
Don't worry, I want to get back to it as well.
Look, it's not your fault. I'm just look. This is just too
We're
boring
just
for
joking
them.
you.
I know.
It's too boring. Phoebe doesn't really want to think about this campaign.
So there you all are on the white sandy beach, towered over by a large crab.
That's ranting about deadbolt doors.
And a screaming
Nothing
child.
like Microsoft's.
God, is that you?
The moose?
God. Bill from Jim.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
All right. Anyway,
Where are we going?
Diamond is just gonna look at you, Clem. Where's your sorceress friend? There's only 4 of you.
She must still be inside.
She was still in the library when I left.
If you're going into possible combat, don't you want her?
Meanwhile, Zeshi.
I mean, she hasn't had a coffee.
Already.
She might not be prepared.
What happened? Coffee beans!
God damn it!
Oh,
We spent so long keeping you away from the coffee.
It's not even cocaine, she's just snorting coffee.
She just found the grinds and was just like, but what if?
Evening.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Nobody eats Zeshi beans on it. It is raw.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
I see a picture of Lazuli.
and Ava.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lazuli. Now I want to see Lazuli. I think so. You've been around 12ish. What? That's what you said.
Never mind, she's older.
The Lele is 9,000.
At least older than Ava. Ava's 10.
How old is that?
Look, all I'm saying is that'd be
13.
a hell of a play date.
Last time I checked.
I think he's
Literally.
Dobby's 13, isn't it?
no, and by human standards, like around 17-ish, I think is what Jargaze said.
They could have first met Dobby. Dobby's 13.
That's up
What
to
is
you. I'm
what is the answer?
completely fine to help you, but you also don't look like you've rested since your last combat.
Exactly. There we go. 9 or 10. Okay, younger than I thought.
Well, but-
She's like,
Okay.
yeah.
For a
Maybe-
child.
It still
Well,
hurt.
for it can be the child.
well, it's. I think you might.
No.
No,
Phoebe, how's
9 or 10. 9 or 10 is chronological.
Expensive short rest, so
No,
7.
backwards.
No,
Quiz you- no.
Kenku's mature fast. They're adults at like.
It's 20 out of
12.
27.
No,
She
12,
doesn't have
sorry.
many hit points to spare.
Oh, sorry, that's Diane just kind of looking.
So he
like,
looks 9 and is 16.
if you'll
Yes.
excuse me, and she'll just gently place a hand on your head.
Wait, that's my job. That's my.
And please regain 7 hit points as you feel a surge of vitality.
Maturity at 12, lived to 60.
A little better?
A little bit.
So he's almost an
yes.
adult.
Decent. Also, lots of things. I think that'd be great.
I can't speak for anything else, but I figured I could at least fix
He's just sheltered.
something
Appreciate
inside.
that. My guts don't feel like they're gonna fall out anymore.
Yeah.
Your guts are falling out.
No,
are any
it's
of the
kind
rest of you
bruise.
still hurt?
Fine.
I have a little boo boo.
I feel fine.
And where's the boo boo, Dobby?
I'm going to light a cigarette.
Wow, it's right here on there's like a little cut.
He's missing 4 HP.
You see your hand, Dobby.
Okay, here you go. It's just like look away like.
And she'll just cup it in her other hand, and there'll be a little bit of a glow.
What's Dobby's max HP?
35.
Dobby, heal all 4. And your hand feels a lot better as you can feel the cut just go away.
Well, normally when I get cuts, I get lots of them. There's this one time I got struck by a bull, or I almost.
You still wouldn't be the worst thing I've seen.
What's the worst thing you've seen?
Do you want to know the answer to that, Dobby?
Probably not.
Then why did you ask it?
Well, no, it was impulsive.
Answer that question.
For any character paying attention to this conversation, Diana looks like she's in war flashbacks at the moment.
I'm gonna like take her.
What? Yes, fine.
Go.
Way to go.
Do you want your friend, or do you want to leave her to her class?
I'll go in and grab her.
Having
Like,
an
all
on
of them.
Sure.
I'll look at the attendant really apologetically.
Oh,
You
oh,
find Zeshi.
I was talking about napalm.
Now, it's actually researching napalm.
Says she's making napalm, yes.
No.
Is that she off in the corner with the red dragon horn? Gotta make it like this. Not that. If you cross this paper,
Alright, so while you're. What?
You done?
Flashback time. Rewind time.
Yes.
Rewind time.
Oh,
Yes, it is small time jump time.
Yes.
But what are you doing?
So what everyone left.
Yes.
Why am I talking like?
I don't know.
So after everyone left, what Zeshi does is that it is her belief, not her belief. What I was gonna say is, for her, like, she's been told not. Why am I having trouble speaking? I'm having trouble speaking.
Take your time.
I'll take my time. Every library is an adventure,
Yes.
as the saying goes. And she's a firm believer of that. So what Jesse's going to do for her adventure is sniff the nearest person. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just ripping
Why
on
didn't you say you were cold? I've got a spare jacket.
I've got a jacket. It's just
But Zeshi's going to lift her hand, point, and then close her eyes and spin in a circle. Wherever she ends up pointing, she's going to go there and find a book, any random book, and start reading it. Like I said, everything's an adventure. He just doesn't care about
Roll me percentile.
Yes.
Do I have a percentile? Do you have a percentile?
Roll his roll boosted.
I roll
Or you can roll the D100 I have sitting out next to that.
The same thing. Whichever you prefer.
I want to try the D100.
It's not every day you get to
Would you
try
rather
it.
roll it in the dish or just let it go wild?
Roll the dish.
We go bucks wild.
Basically a ball.
Yeah, it'll fall right off the table.
Yeah.
Nice.
66, I think.
The dot, yeah.
66.
66.
Demons.
Demons.
No. Devils.
Oh, true.
That's not a joke. You
That-
find a book on devils.
That D100
All right,
has
that's
been
what
a
she's reading.
motherfucker. We both rolled the same number. We both rolled a 96.
Suddenly, ball.
Suddenly ball. Where'd your arm go?
Lungs.
Suddenly, a ball
Suddenly
bouncing up and down. Nobody seems to be bouncing it.
Ball on a ball, bouncing a ball,
So you find a book
at a
on
ball,
devils.
At a ball. What?
having a ball.
Find a book on devils?
Yes.
All right, I'm just going to take the book and start reading it.
Okay. A lot of information on generally how the nine hells are structured to the understanding of the author, who does appear to have some sort of religious background. They're not specific about what it is. They do seem fairly well versed about how the layers go. The book goes into a lot more detail on the lesser devils, ones that tend to flutter out into the material plane and cause general trouble.
Mm-hmm. Have I ever encountered any of these?
One of them kind of sounds like this thing you fought in a town, but at the same time, you were kind of busy grandstanding, and it was just kind of ugly, so maybe that's it, or maybe it was just some guy, you're not sure.
Is this a devil, or is that just some ugly guy?
I remember. I mean, you do remember kicking it in the face, and that was pretty cool. Oh, the book says this thing is like 10 feet tall. No, that guy wasn't 10 feet. That must have just been an ugly dude.
Yeah. I should say I feel sorry for that guy, but I don't feel sorry for that guy.
I think.
No, it's still playing. The start is quiet,
Yep.
and Quinn's got it on low volume just due to how it gets louder.
I got you.
So yeah, I guess I'm reading a book on devils when...
Yeah, others you've heard of on your travels. You've heard of the bone devils, the ice devils. But you've yet to encounter one. When you hear hooves against the granite behind you.
I'm not quiet. I'm proving my point that I am not a stealthy creature.
Then I'm looking, she's going to say, do you need something, Clem? And turn the page.
Yeah, we're gonna go take care of that warehouse thing. Did you want to join us? Are you still reading? Do you want to take the books with you?
She's just going to look up, oh no, I'm just...
So Dinah's accompanying us.
Oh,
Goliath, we met earlier.
yeah, that should be fun. Is she taking down the door, I'm assuming?
She very well may. We'll see.
All right, she's going to stand up, put the book back, and start walking out.
Okay. You meet up with the others who are waiting. Clem, when you come back, Lucky is on his back with Dinah just full belly rubs.
Oh.
And he's just wiggling around in happiness.
I'm just gonna walk up next to him and be like, I like you.
Oh, thank you. By the way, hair is wonderful. Do you do it yourself?
Does itself? I just braid it and hope. The flowers are just a little bit of
Oh, that would explain their vibrancy. It's very nice. I'm gonna say keep mine short for a reason.
fair enough.
Not as good with the careful braiding hands are a bit too big.
Is that she like flips her bangs? I feel your sister.
Oh, there's no careful to this braiding. My hair is quite curly. It just kind of.
And yet it fits.
I mean,
No, you and your group hold yourselves very well.
I actually always forget that she's
not allowed to see
blowing.
that. Let's see that.
Well then. Shall we be off? If you guys are ready, that is.
Yes, absolutely. Let's.
I'm ready.
Perfect.
Dobby's in the bathroom.
Dobby has decided to sit down and suck on a piece of candy while RJ's in the bathroom.
Probably just toddle along with us.
Oh yeah, once you guys start moving, he just kind of. No, he's not gonna miss it. But he's just sitting there while you went and got session. All right, so you all make your way over to the residential district. Who would like to roll me investigation to try to find this?
Oh, I will.
All right, take advantage since you have an entire group behind you.
That's an 18 plus whatever the fuck my investigation mod is. I'm pretty sure it's 0.
And why did you take point?
Roll it up.
That's fair. It's 0 here.
You don't got to be good at something to want to try it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it is 0. Where is my investigation plus 0? So that's an 18.
That's still pretty good.
That's fair.
So the streets are fairly crowded, you know, people kind of going about their day. Again, most of them keeping an eye on the sky. And thankfully, you are significantly over most of these people, so it is not hard to see past the crowd and find the greenhouse amongst a lot of blues, grays, and faded reds that has you would call that a ramshackle roof. The shingles don't look like they've been terribly well maintained.
Greenhouse, right?
That would be the one.
No, you're on.
Over there.
All right. See if there's any, guards or who's good at
I mean, if there are guards, I don't think I'll have too hard a time getting past them.
True. Might be nice to go and prepare.
Edna will grab her sword on her side. I think I'm prepared.
What do you think?
Well, what an odd place for the music to die down enough, right? For your voice to pick up more.
For my voice to pick up because he draw a lot of points.
I did.
It actually does. No, it's not.
Most.
Clem, we're heading to the greenhouse, yes.
Yes,
The greenhouse. Do I have to stop between each word every time?
Well, if you want me to get excited each time,
I think we found Clem's kink.
it's not.
Good thing Dobby's not paying attention. Edna just has her hands over Dobby's ears. That's why he's not reacting.
Well, what's the verdict? Are we sneaking up or are we just going in and meeting whatever resistance there
I think
is?
we should go professional.
I think that door looks very kickable.
What do you think?
She just kind of looks a bit surprised. You want my input?
Does the door look capable?
A robotic voice, breaching clear.
Remain calm, citizen.
God.
What? It says in a metal door. Come on. What is it?
You can obliterate it.
What is not worth it? Actually, watch the one door he tries to run through be like wooden crappy and he rolls in that one and bounces off of it.
He bounces off the door frame. not
Your
the door.
weakness.
The door shatters.
Well, watch, he'll bounce off the door.
Wood, my one weakness.
You've dealt with fucking
He'll
disembodied
Looney
legs
Tunes
on
pancake
fire,
against it.
and you can't handle wood.
I love that the steep trading down 3 doors is like,
That
nope,
was-
I
that
don't
was
get
a
paid
hell
enough
of
for
a
this.
moment there. Regardless, I suppose it is if you would like to go that route. Can just look worn. The boards are completely. I could knock that over with one.
Here we go. Well, because if we start questioning them, that'll give them time to, tell others to run away with the stuff and the things.
I'm just gonna start walking up to the greenhouse.
But
I think your friend. I think Edna's ahead of you.
pretty
Oh
good.
my god.
Well, okay, bye.
I'll be back. Gonna walk up and immediately kick the fucking door down.
I guess I'm following.
Could you roll me a strength check?
Like,
It's not property damage if no one lives there.
Don't know that.
Just a strength check.
Just a strength check.
5
So,
plus 3. It's 8.
So the good news is that wasn't to see if you kicked the door down. That was just to see what happened to the door. So with the
3 hours full.
so
Oh my god.
Edma, you swing your foot in. You just rear back, let it loose, and your leg goes through the door. And now you're standing there with your leg in the door because the rest of the door stayed.
Ah, the property is fighting back.
I'm just gonna punch it.
Watch you get your arm stuck too.
Roll me a strength check.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fight the door.
9 plus 3, so 12.
Okay, so on a 12, you slam into this door with your fist, and the top half just snaps.
All right,
Oh, great. And then I'm just gonna grab the bottom half and just.
now poke your head in and say, "Are you sure about that?"
As you rip the top off, you're looking at like 3 guys with cigarettes and playing cards just look up at you.
And I'm gonna walk over to like.
I'm throwing the door in
I'm gonna walk in between.
at the table.
I'm gonna walk in between.
It flies in, they all kind of scuttle back, and it just slams the table over.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up in my suit
There are people!
and see the 3 guys and go. Yeah, I would have just opened it, but I'm not her, so I'm real sorry about that. Are you guys?
Down, you'd be glad to.
Are you guys cultists?
Hold on, this reminds me. I'm lighting a cigarette now.
Just the Kenku and the Leone into one.
So I can go and walk into a bar.
Great.
Are you a
Are
cultist?
you guys cultists? You know, the storm raging on and everything, that kind of stuff.
They kind of look at each other.
It's just a yes or no question.
No.
Roll insight.
23. I got a 19.
16 plus 2, so 8. 18.
I got a 23.
They sound legit.
No, but they said
Now, what's a 23 say?
Not only is it a bold-faced lie, this guy doesn't want to be here.
also,
Tommy, they sound, yeah.
also serves like, look,
Why would they say no if they're cultists?
like I'll walk up and say, look, we both know what we're trying to pull here, and we both know that we don't want this to get any more escalated than it already is. So why don't you just hand over the potions and we can all walk away?
Yeah, or else Cedric.
I almost forgot something. I'm going to slide the ring on.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, you better listen to Cedric or he's going to pee in every single one of you.
never say something like that again. That was awful. That was the worst thing I've ever heard come out of you.
I mean, Cedric, could you pee in multiple of them at once with Sally?
RJ, do you?
No.
Good.
I was take it.
I was going to take it away. No, I was going
Negative
to take it away.
inspiration.
Back.
That was so bad, but I will take away advantage, and you will roll the second dice at disadvantage.
So, the ring glows, and a little bit of magic swirls around it, and it ends, and it is now this bright ivory ring with just a blue line running through it.
That's it, nothing else? At the moment?
At the moment.
Well, that was...
The guy's just looking at you.
I wasn't sure.
Who the fuck let a corpse in here?
Hey, that's
I did, the one who broke down the door.
I just say boo.
You don't talk to my mom that way.
And the guy.
that we dealt with got all murdered, so maybe if
I caught one of them.
Hey,
Ah.
you say that, and the ring just immediately goes.
Murder.
And they're all just like, what? Who are you guys? What are you?
I'm
What is
just
this?
we're
gonna.
inside,
So
let you live,
you
or
grab it.
kill you and then
It doesn't.
No, I'm not trying to remove it. I'm putting my hand on my sword.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to remove the
Yes.
ring. I don't
what
mind.
the fuck?
Remember that ring that we found after we killed that lizard like
Why
a
did
week
you
or
put it
so?
on now?
I don't know. I thought it would be fun. I'm bored.
Now making rat noise.
Who cares? We're not going to explain it now.
Dobby's a giant. It does that to lies. Shit.
Oh, I got one. Cedric is beautiful.
Cedric is
I
ugly.
Beauty
hate
is in the eye of the
everything.
beholder and does make it essentially alive.
Okay.
Dobby is a cow.
What do you know? Cedric is a good mom.
All right, here's one.
Do you think that's back you?
Pointing at her finger.
Here's one. One way or another, we're walking out of here with these potions. The only variable is whether or not you are alive.
Whatever the fuck gets you five out of our house?
You live here? This stuff?
This is your house?
You can call this a house?
Okay.
It's more like 4 walls and some sticks.
What? Hang on.
Dobby's still dressed like.
I mean, I would ask who lives in this dump, but we already know.
Well, okay, look, we live here temporarily.
What is the thing Gerald says when he
Did you live like this?
Damn, Rich, you live like this?
Hey,
Did you get some actual furniture and something?
Well, it's a temporary setup.
No potions, bro.
I'm gonna
It's temporary.
Called it your house!
I'm gonna tippy
The
tap.
least you can do is
It's ours for the
make it a
moment.
home.
I'm going to
We'll
tippy
be here in a
tap.
few days.
You don't!
I'm gonna tippy tap over
We're
to this
only here a few
man.
days. Yeah, this.
I'm gonna tippy tap over to this man, and I'm gonna hold him out a bar.
You're still wearing the
Yeah,
fucking clown suit.
I'm gonna offer him a bar of soap. Here, you can take this. It's for you, so you can clean up your life.
I mean, fuck, we might as well just kill them. We might as well just draw our blades and kill them for real.
We were gonna kill you, but we.
What?
If you'll hand over those potions.
Whoa!
I mean, at
whoa.
this rate, we're butchering them.
Why are you guys killing anyone? Hold on.
Well,
So she's gonna look for the potion points.
Look,
Well, at least we kill you. We don't.
Investigation.
Investigation.
I was going to threaten to be your friend.
That is very terrifying.
we
Then he'll start calling me visible.
Okay, wait, hold on. So, showed up here to kill us?
no.
We should-
We came here for the potions you had, and if you didn't give them to us, we were probably going to kill you, yes.
Look, we've been dealing with a lot of cultists. It's a whole thing.
It's a numbers game.
Oh, I get it.
We want to kill the
Why?
man in the clouds.
Look, if you want, you can just leave and be done with this whole thing. You know, people won't be showing up to kill you.
Hinges on you, keeping you alive.
Speaking of which, 16.
We're definitely going to kill you if you don't give us.
We really should have rehearsed this.
What's there to rehearse? It's just stabby, stab, and get the things.
Okay, listen, I know there's a lot of mixed messages going around.
That is putting it lightly.
But, okay, listen, there's a man in the clouds whose kink is bad magic, and we need to kill him.
They're just gonna look over to Zeshi, who's standing next to this wine crate looking thing, and they're like, "Let them go."
Look obliged.
Look, we don't.
Okay.
Murder hobos were showing up.
Sorry about that. We weren't actually gonna kill you. If you were part of the cult, we were just gonna
I was
kill you.
totally gonna kill you.
No, not at all.
No, we're not super left. She was talking to Zeshi about going non-lethal.
Okay, I didn't know that, but
More risk.
look, do any of us look like we have the symbols on us?
I mean, we don't. Where do we usually see the symbols? Are
You
they
guys, there are a variety of places. Some guys put them on their cloaks. Obviously, the one captain kind of guy had it carved into his chest. Others have it on their neck.
You guys look like sketchy friendship material. The kind of friend that wants your candy and won't pay you back.
Look, let's just take the potions and get out of these people's hair. I recommend finding a different line of work that does not involve cultists.
Or just, keep an eye out for
They were cultists. The guy just offered to pay us to hold on.
Remember it. Don't associate with them. They're awful.
Yeah.
One thing that's worth considering, when someone offers you something that seems too good to be true, it usually is.
And listen real close and real hard, because this is important. If you work with these people again, you'll probably find that your sexuality will change.
Remember to always wash your clothes at least twice to make sure they're
If
clean.
you don't understand.
Well, if they've danced, then they have to be a different line.
Look, we're not.
There is no glory unless you put yourself on the line!
I know what you're talking about. Look, we're not cultists.
I understand.
Oh, he lied.
Oh,
You know what that sounds like? Sounds like a fucking liar.
look, we're not going to press the issue. Let's just
Say it again, say it again.
say
Say that you're not a cultist again. Say it. I want to ready an action for the moment this starts going raspberrying to punch the cultist in the face.
It's ominous as fuck.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Don't want to? Because it looks
Holy
like you're gonna hit
fuck.
me.
Say it or I'll hit you.
I feel like you're gonna hit me if I say it.
I'll
I hit
hit
him.
you anyway.
I'll say it if you tell me why you want me to say it.
So that I can punch you.
This has got to be the
Then why are you
most
asking me to
ominous
say it?
fortune
You're
cookie
fucking
I've ever seen.
Because if you don't, I'll punch you.
Edmo, is this really necessary?
No, but it's fun.
Look, I feel like this is just going to overcomplicate things.
Fine. What do you know?
What?
Is there something you haven't? Is there anything you haven't told us about your involvement with these people?
English.
I don't know, slavery.
I
That's what it sounds like. That sounds
Your
like
involvement with these people. Is there anything you haven't said?
Here?
Where did you get the levitation potion?
oh, fuck.
this looking guy,
Mm-hmm.
long robe, had that symbol on his
Mm-hmm.
well, the back of his.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What?
You want to know why everyone's fucking confused?
Read the
That's
sketchy.
ominous as fuck.
Read the sketchy ass fortune cookie. Read that sketchy ass.
I like my fortune cookie the best. There's no glory unless you put yourself on the line.
You want to see this? This is sketchy.
You want? This was the fortune. You can use the cookie.
Mine was perfect for Edmo.
And the guy will just look at you and say, okay, listen.
Yep. That's perfect for Edmund.
Okay then.
It's not a cookie.
That thing
That's-
she's
that's
holding up
right.
all the time that's making all that noise. Is that a light
Is there any
detector?
more?
That's what we're gathering.
You don't know?
No.
It was sold by the cult who is selling defective magic items, so
We had it for like a week and a half. I just put it on for the first time.
You guys are weird.
We know.
They're talking to an
hey,
almost 7
hey.
foot tall white cat lady.
Try this.
That's
Davi,
supposed to be weird.
Davi,
Don't exist.
Davi is a giant. I will be you know, fooey.
Okay. If we like say things to you,
He doesn't have the brownie.
We'll get the truth one way or another. So just tell us everything, and we'll like. And
If it doesn't go off, I don't punch you in the face.
I'm just want trouble.
seems pretty simple to me.
My neighbor.
And was that a good decision?
Why did they sign up? Do they have good benefits?
How the fuck do you know administrators over?
That's one of the things.
well, it
We
was
didn't
until you
teach him
started
that.
to
He
show
just
them.
knows.
It's an adventure showing up is an occupational hazard for cultists.
Well, they didn't exactly pitch it to us as their fault.
Well, of course they wouldn't. You think you're gonna call to a job and they're just gonna tell you, hey, you might die.
Well, it sounds like from what you're saying, of course they would.
Well, let me tell you this, Mister.
You're talking to us, poo-pooing us for doing this, as if we knew these guys were cultists.
Let me tell you something, Mister Not Cultist. If you think a cult is going to tell you it's a cult, that's how they get you to join.
Does that mean you're in a cult?
No, Cedric is not a cult.
You're not.
He's a mob. Oh, fooey to you.
Honestly, if you're in a cult, it's a cult of one.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, he's in Yargov's cult. He believes whatever the hell that man.
Yargov is not a cult, he's a giant.
Look,
I mean, with how you act, he might be.
just take it. Okay.
Sadly.
Your
Lift up the
friend
box.
already got the box. Just look, take it, and if anyone asks, you guys took it while we weren't here.
I got one for your
So much for
stupid
me.
ring.
Do we want anything else out of
Nothing.
or shall we get on our way?
We should be fine.
We should go to that wind tunnel thing.
Well, that,
We done?
that's what the potions
No
are
big
for.
Leonin punching anyone in the face?
100.
Good.
You're
Well, now that you say it, I
the
have
the old lady
to.
over there doesn't want to harvest any souls or something?
Excuse you.
She
I
doesn't
am
harvest.
from a demon that you can get.
Also, she doesn't harvest souls.
Whoever said that is
Body.
getting punched in the
I
face.
do miss corpses.
Hey,
Hey,
Plan is not a
That's
demon.
why we're calling you that! You've been the one hardest on the murder!
She is not.
I'm
a
going to
demon.
punch him in the mouth.
Murderous threats. Thank you
Roll
very
attack.
much. Wait, did it?
11, I think it's plus 5. Let
Yeah, you
me.
said you're the farthest thing from a demon. I knew.
You're not the farthest thing from a demon.
Oh.
Yeah. That is a 16.
I'm just not a
16.
Not a
Yeah, roll
demon.
damage.
So max damage.
Wouldn't unarmed strike be a flat number?
Need your
It is
purchase of
4.
anything.
I was just double checking. Because, I mean, I guess I technically could have used my claws, but I'm just punching him flat, yeah.
So for
Yeah, he pops right out of his chair and tumbles to the floor.
He's dead.
Don't talk to the Satyr like that.
Clem is not a demon god lady who harvests souls. She's a nice friend who harvests mom energy.
She makes fruits from corpses.
No.
You always talk about Cedric or Edna.
I don't talk about Cedric like that. Oh, fooey to you.
that's
Davi has a crush on Cedric. Would that go off? No. No.
Okay.
Okay, well, at least we know it's not that.
You saw us as actually Cedric tense for a moment. And then before it went off.
You want me to crush Cedric?
Yes.
Do that to Cedric.
It's easier than explaining what I actually meant.
Sorry, you said yes to you wanting him to crush Cedric?
Yes.
Okay.
It's easier to explain.
Do you?
No.
Fooey to you. Yeah, I got one for you, you stupid ring. Yargoth is a good dad.
Oh.
It didn't detect any lies.
It's a good
Or at least Davi thinks it
dog
did.
off. He
What does that mean?
It's a little bit bad teacher. It's
Let's
not a very good.
experiment with this later, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't think I need it right now. I'll try to take it off now. Oh, that's a problem.
Up the one cultist, kind of dust him off, just kind of cup his face. She whispers something into his ear, and he goes stark pale. And she'll just stand up, give him a pat on the back, and look over. So why aren't you grabbing the potions? Let's go.
I thought Sashi had the
What-
potion.
She has the potions.
What do you just do?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, Dinah has mom energy!
No.
Didn't hurt him. I didn't even affect him.
Oh, I'm worried.
Come on, guys, let's go. We're a party of moms. Oh, it's a fool to you.
Davi, you aren't a mom. We're not a party of moms.
Sashi,
Mommy issues.
Sashi, can I be your mom? Like, for a little bit?
Davi, do you have like some issues from not having a maternal figure in your life and just having Yargoth?
No.
Edma's just gonna pick you up and start cradling you in her arms. It's
What are
okay.
you doing?
It's okay.
No.
Lay down.
No. But in all of your bickering, you look over, 2 guys are gone, and 1 guy is already, like, squiggling out the window.
That's fair.
I don't have mom issues.
Hey, Davi, it's okay.
What fool to you?
The ring doesn't rye. God damn!
You good?
No!
Did the captain get again?
When the captive hits twice.
What do you mean your bread is you're made of ring rye? A fool to you.
Just means Edma can't
Are you-
speak.
Are you all good?
No.
We're never good.
This ring has messed with you guys.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
perfectly
Everything
fine.
is perfectly fine. What do you?
I mean, I guess there's.
The ring on Davi's finger
There's a problem with that.
when it's going.
It doesn't come off.
All right, fine. Ring, if that's what they call
I mean,
it.
I guess if we really want to, I could cut the finger off.
Dickbert
that.
is alive. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like the pause. Seems hesitant.
That was a question.
I think
Did Stick use time stop to threaten the ring?
that's my headcanon.
He did! Oh god!
Wind tunnel?
Yeah, wind tunnel.
Wins on.
Let's actually get up there this time and not get flung out.
Right.
I'd prefer to land on my feet and not my face.
To it.
I did.
I did it twice.
Hi!
Oh no. Looked like fun.
You all maybe, just maybe, want to rest a little before you go up there.
I don't have any spells, so that would be preferable.
Oh,
The sun's also setting,
sun's getting low. Sun's getting real low.
Okay, we should
and you all hear the crackle of thunder.
Oh, good.
We could sleep here. It's a building.
It's people's house.
No!
Is it
Not
normal
there.
raining or is it
Is it
special
ever-
raining?
Is it ever normal rain?
I don't know.
We paid for
Alright, I'm just gonna walk outside and find out what's going on.
The oil sheen rain, like it's got that little rainbow
kill rain.
texture, is falling.
it's
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
that's not too bad.
for an hour.
it's
Well, I might as well enjoy it.
Oh, you say that, and you're looking out. Edna, you turn into a rabbit.
Oh.
what?
Oh no.
I didn't do it this time.
That's a problem.
I didn't do it this time.
Here, Edma Bunny. Come to Davi.
It looks terrified and goes right to Clem.
I was about to say, you are still fully cocked.
I'll put my hands down and just kind of like scoop
I
you up.
look
Like,
out the
this might
window.
not matter if I end up stepping in that.
Oh God!
Wait, if Edma's wet, and does it work that way?
I think it was inert with the color changing rain after it
Yeah.
settled.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna look out the window to see where the cultists went.
I don't see any cultists, but you sure do see a dog, a boar, and
It was the
I'm
horse.
just gonna look out the window and just go, oh, there's an owl out there.
I'll just wave.
I'm gonna take
more ways back.
I'm gonna take my
They're all
empty,
dead.
I'm gonna take my empty tea travel cup and I'm gonna try and collect some of this rainwater.
So you're just gonna reach out into the rain?
No,
And are
that's
you
a
gonna-
bad
What
idea.
are you gonna do then?
Are you gonna get it?
I'm gonna tie it to the end of one of my javelins.
Okay.
That's smart.
And I'm gonna
I mean, it's water. It can't avoid the cup.
and I will collect it and then I will carefully
I mean, based on experimentation, it's probably inert at this point. At that point, but we'll see.
You all notice that there's also water getting in through the roof. It's dripping.
That's a problem.
Oh. I'm gonna put
Think that's a.
I'm going to follow Clem.
So how do you feel about being a badger?
I'm a wet badger. I look disappointed,
I will.
and I just start walking towards
I'm going
Marvin's
to
tavern.
just get as little of my skin exposed as possible. Hands in sleeves, cloak up.
I'm walking behind the bed.
I'm going to go under Cedric's cloak and hold it up over me.
You don't see Lucky anywhere. What? Well, I mean, there's no wolf.
It worked on him too.
There's that.
You would be following me.
There's this rather handsome man.
Who's sweating nervously.
Yeah, you see a shirtless man looking down and you go,
Is that it? Some sort?
Oh.
What's following me?
Oh, I thought you were saying what? I was like, what? Did you talk about handsome swoop?
I'm following you.
No, you
No,
do
that's
see.
Lucky.
You do see a particularly distressed chipmunk.
I'll just go over to it and like my head with my back paws.
I'm gonna headbutt it. Not like aggressively, like an animal
Oh,
does.
okay. The rest of you are just watching this happen outside.
Well, actually, you are. I mean, I don't know how much room there is under this cloak, but
Yeah, there's no room for me, and I'm not wearing a dress.
Around the house.
The funny thing was I was gonna get naked until I turned into a rabbit.
oh,
Yeah. Is he anything they can use?
Well, yes. Look, I've taken a liking to all of you, but they've got umbrellas.
That'll do. There. She says she's gonna walk.
I'm already walking away.
I'll get it.
And I waddled away, waddle up till the very next day. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to bite your hand.
So if you've got an umbrella,
Yes.
do you use both hands together?
What hand?
Well, you did this.
Oh yeah.
I'm biting your hand.
What happened? No Edma, no biting.
You better not pick me up.
I'll jump out of your hand.
Mean.
I'll umbrella up, and I stride out into the rain
Let's go.
Okay.
to the inn.
Along the way, there are several owls, dogs, a couple of actually a lot of cats.
Oh,
Kinda going about the street.
look at my boxes.
I'm tempted to knock over Davi's umbrella, but
My ring isn't even here to correct him.
Fucking do it. Please do it.
Knock him into the rain so that he doesn't talk.
I do it.
Yeah.
Should I do anything or?
It's-
So, Davi, You feel a little nudge. Your umbrella moves, and it tumbles to the ground. Cedric, you've created a small deer.
Well, at least that's mobile.
Antlers.
No, you were.
Very
Yeah, you're a deer, not a toad.
Jam Cedric in the ass.
Now, Doffy.
I mean, Cedric, you see this coming.
Yeah.
You see the deer approaching you.
I deserve that. I let it happen.
Oh, you're just gonna let him hit your ass like that?
I would coming.
This got really gay.
I mean, look, after last week's this isn't that out of left field.
That Davi is very, very
Exploring
close to
his
fucking
mommy.
his mom.
Edifice?
Edifice.
He is exploring that mommy fetish.
Mommy issue?
Ramming my mom in the ass.
Don't worry.
I thought that was the line on.
Glenn, you find yourself no longer getting hit by the rain as Dinah's now kind of standing next to you with the umbrella.
I'll just look up at her like,
I'm going to run
why
up.
bother at this point?
And she's just gonna look at you completely honestly. You want to stop getting wet.
How is she talking?
Dinah, she has an umbrella.
How is she talking?
No, I gave her a look.
Oh, yeah, you
Why
gave her a
bother?
look.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can't talk.
I'll just do some.
Otherwise, I would've been
talking.
I'm going to bite Donna's toe and run off.
You go.
Mushroom.
I'm gonna bite at her toe and then run off.
I mean, you bite her boot. She doesn't even seem bothered by it. She's gonna look at you and give you like the lightest finger tap on the head. Don't worry, you'll be back to normal soon. I hope.
Well, if it's anything like the color changing rain,
Keep going for the inn.
Give any more exhibition. Great.
I mean that, and you can wild shape, can't you?
we'll make it.
Also, you're the only one not being a chaos baby at the moment outside of Zeshi. And Zeshi's not an animal and has an umbrella, so she's covered.
If they fucking walked.
Okay, I'm not here to shame you for that. I'm just saying how the NPCs were reacting to the situation.
Yeah.
You all get to the inn, and you get some odd looks from the staff. And they kind of look at you.
I'll take my little badger claws and go.
And they kind of look outside.
Polymorph rain.
I'm going to start chewing on a chair.
Thanks. Badger. Hey.
The barkeep's gonna go, hey, what the hell, you little... Hey, you!
I don't control them.
I'm gonna make badger noises. They just like point upstairs. Like
Yeah, but-
They are now fully distracted. The doorman is now fully distracted as he walks over and tries to pull Edma away from the chair.
angry or
I'm
badger
gonna bite his
noises.
fingers.
RJ, I
He
realized
said
that
sit there and take it
I
and
made
be
a
like,
mistake.
if you're all polymorph,
I should have
that
had him
means you
call it.
understand.
Oh, what?
Cut it
the
out!
roll. Should have had you.
Keep making badger.
You have to call it. It wouldn't be fair otherwise.
I'm scratching the
Beat that badger woman!
I am scratching the fuck out of this guy's hands until he lets go of me. My hind legs are just.
You could say Ethan. Badger.
Yeah, you could say that.
Bunnies that do not want to be held are very fucking.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of like, ah, skin!
I'm gonna start licking his shoes.
This deer just walks up.
Dinah just kind of looks over at you two. I love you all, but seriously, get these three in control. This is embarrassing. Well,
We'll take a.
Two.
We'll go to our rooms if it's all the same to you.
I'm gonna, you know,
That's
more
what she
badgers
said.
be like, that's what I'm trying to say.
that's why she said three, looked down and then said two.
No, the room's part.
How big is Dobby?
Dobby's a deer.
How big? You said a small deer.
A small deer. He's actually about the same height as Dobby.
So I was thinking, can I pick him up right
As long as he doesn't resist.
I'm gonna try to pick you up.
Have I been dropped yet?
Alright, Dobby's now licking my
I
arm.
just imagine you like on your back and just like.
What's that? What's that?
Edma was chewing on a chair, which is why the barman picked her up, and he is now desperately trying to hold on as his hands are getting scratched to high hell.
Edma, please stop.
Edma is still kicking. She just wants to be let go at this point, but
You know this one.
I'm not scratching your hands. I'm just gonna hop from your hands onto your shoulder.
Fair enough.
A little single pet.
Okay. I understand. That just increased your fucking system. I know!
Fine, love it.
I'm behaving.
And he's going to just scoop up the 2 keys. And if the furniture is fucking cheap, I swear to whatever God you believe in.
I don't know why you're looking at me. Look at my shoulder.
Because you understand me. Pass it on.
I'm
I think
more badger noises and big.
they understand language. She can understand you, she just can't reply.
And you hear it. Your price just went up again. He's gonna hand 1 to you, and he's gonna offer 1 to Zeshi.
Zeshi's currently holding a deer.
Gonna look down at the badger.
Give me.
Thank you, an exit badger. It'll be like the hop. The I'm clearly big enough to make it up on my own.
Dinah's gonna lean over you, Cedric. Just get them upstairs. I'll leave things down here.
I will begin to corral the
I don't need
There's
to
no
go around. I'm on,
Yeah.
I'm on your shoulder, and the other one's being held.
I'm a distinguished badger.
We will make our way up.
Can I reach the keyhole?
I have manners. So you just come upstairs to see me like. Ah!
The chipmunk is just running around her in circles.
Reach down. Your door first. Open it and give you the key back.
Zeshi's gonna walk up to you, Cedric, and then hand you the deer.
It's like I don't want this.
He's going with you.
Between the 6 of us, and Zeshi.
I
You would have to watch
just like in
Brandon.
your arms, I look at you and just.
If you misbehave, I will take this opportunity to be the bigger animal and bully you because badgers are not nice.
Edward,
You could say. I don't give a shit.
Badger don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna jump off of Cedric's shoulder and rush into whichever door is open.
Okay.
So Zeshi will take
Any door that's open. It doesn't have to be.
I will
I mean,
reluctantly
the closest one is the one that Cedric just
I
opened.
will reluctantly carry Davi back to our room.
How are you fighting yourselves?
It's the girls and the boys.
So that's not true because Edmund just rushed into the room Cedric's at, so unless...
Well, I was
No, I jumped off his shoulder.
I was helping the badger who has a
And
key.
then I jumped out.
Fair enough. All right, that being said, you can all mark off a long rest.
All right.
As before, it takes... You think it was half? And everyone regains their original form.
Question, before we'd done any of that, when we first entered the room, what was in the room?
Oh, there's 1 bed, 2 side tables, and a small chest of drawers.
I would have been under one of the side tables.
Okay. Clem, you and Zeshi are both... Well, Zeshi, you're sitting there, and it wears off, and Clem, where are you?
What are you doing in Badger?
I probably took one of the pillows and curled up on it.
Okay. So you just see that, but you also hear... And then you hear something fall over, and Edma's just sitting there. There's now a side table to her side, and a bump on her head.
I'm gonna give that bartender a piece of my mind. Edma's going to stand up and then fall over and pass out.
She wakes up and isn't high.
Oh, hello, Cedric.
Oh, hello, Davi.
I know what you did.
You're dead.
Apologize. I heard the voice of Clem in the back of my mind. I don't know what came over me.
What did you
I'm
do?
going to put this on your mom.
You told me to do it when I said
Oh, yeah.
Look, Cedric, look at me. Look at your hands now. Look back to me. Putting a tally on your mom card.
I don't know what that means.
You will.
Oh my god!
Your turn. Deji, you also, you do have a wolf in the room with you as well,
Oh, yeah.
who immediately just starts rubbing his face all over the bed. Like just scratching his face on the bed.
I'll start helping him scratch his face.
He starts sneezing uncontrollably.
He starts what?
Sneezing.
Oh, you alright?
Is he allergic to chipmunks?
Maybe. Are you allergic to yourself this whole time? It's that dog sneeze too, where like their nose smashes violently into the crowd. You're like, Jesus, good.
And he just like puts half his face to the floor and starts pushing himself around.
He's like pawing at his nose. All right, come here. It's before we go to bed, right?
Yes. This is because he transformed back at the same time the rest of you did.
I would still have first level spells. I don't need one. I'll use a healing word, I guess, on him to see if that helps. The allergies.
Honestly, it does a bit. He stopped scratching so much.
That he'll
Though
be
he does
fine.
just start rubbing his face on your leg.
That's also fine.
Did you already muck her up a lot, Mister?
I didn't need that.
Then
say.
knock it off.
Alright, well, at least he's not losing his mind.
So you all go to bed. Again, mark off that long rest. You earned it. And in the morning, the girls all hear a inconsistent tapping on the window.
I'll look out.
There is a beetle about the size of your hand bumping against the window over and over again.
Open it up.
It will buzz in directly over to you and just drop a message on, or a rolled up piece of paper that you assume is a message on the floor. And we will end there for this week.
You will.
Oh, fun.
I don't know what that means. You will.
Oh, I know what you did.
Monka S.
I just love the.
Yeah.
And your rent just went up.
Angry rabbit noises.
Angry rabbit.
Don't care for how that rabbit was talking to him.
You're just 3 come down.
Why don't you take the killer so you can clean up
Well,
your
the rabbit.
life?
Play the rabbit. He's the rabbit. You didn't have a holy name.